Hello there and welcome into this free course in which I'm going to show you how to build a blog, a food blog. I've decided to make it a steak blog because I just happen to love steak blogs. And this is how the blog looks like, by the way. This is the landing page and you can see some blogs. You can see here as well, Chef Steakman. Now we're going to create this blog using Elementor and a premium theme known as Jnews, which is just fantastic the way it can enable you to create blogs. Now you can see that there are a lot of ads over here, ads above the fold, ads under the menu. We have a beautiful logo. So everything is pretty good. All right. The footer is awesome. Even the background of the website is awesome. You can see a big steak grilling there. And I can show you how to create something like this. Now over here, let's go and click on any kind of blog here. Let me show you what this looks like from the inside. Now, a lot of people want to make money blogging. They just don't know how to do that. I mean, and one of the things that you can do to earn money blogging is to place your ads inside of the content that you're creating. For instance, over here, I can show you how you can place your ads inside the content and how you can profit from it. I can also show you how to create this form that will enable you to get people's email addresses and collect people's email addresses to be precise. We have an ad over here. Now ads inside, ads all over the place, and that's how you make your money. Okay, that's exactly what it takes. Now, the affiliate programs that you can join are just infinite. There's just not a specific number on what programs you should join, or there's nobody that could tell you, hey, this is what you should do, this is what you should not do, these are the programs that you should join, because there's just a whole host of them. Now, without further ado, we're going to be creating this website. It's going to be a blog. Not only that, I'm going to show you how to create SEO optimized content, because if I take any one of these articles, for instance, this article over here, this steak article, and if I scroll down, now you can see inside of here, there is some content. There's a video, there is content there, and you need to know how to do that. And so you need to learn how or what constitutes an SEO article or SEO blog. And I can show you how to do that. Now, an interesting feature about this theme is that you can see over here, people can share your stuff. You can see how many people have viewed, even though this is fake, because you can fake the numbers on how many people viewed your blog. You can say that 20,000 people viewed your blog, even though only 20 people viewed it. Now, that's up to you. That's a matter that's up to you. Some people would decide not to go for that. They'll call it cheating. Well, I'll call it cheating myself, but it's up to you on what you want to do at the end of the day. Now, here we have some categories. You can see over here the categories of food that we have. We have recipes, street food, drinks, restaurants, travel. This is what we call the About Us page and the Contact Us page. And not only that, we have five layouts of the website itself. So if I click on the logo and go back to the menu, this is the first website layout. If people don't like this, they can actually come in here and click Home, Layout number 2. And layout number 2 of the website will be displayed. This is how layout number 2 is. This is what it looks like. And if they don't like layout number 2, they can use layout number 3. And so on and so forth. And generally speaking, I would advise you before moving on forward is that if you're going to choose an affiliate program on what to promote on your website, you better do the market research before, because you can't just start posting content like that. There's something called the blueprint or the content blueprint. So before creating a website, you need to go and do the keyword study. There is a good tool. If you'll ask me in the comments section, I could probably create a 6 or 7 hour SEO crash course on how to use Ahrefs to do keyword research, and more specifically silo keyword research, so that you can find the most profitable keywords out there to build your website around them. But since this is a course about WordPress web development, I just can't do that. But anyways, let's come back to our muttons. There's just different ways to making money. Advertisements are not always Google Ads. Okay, so just put that in your mind. So many people think, well, Google Ads, I wasn't accepted with Google AdSense. Well, if you weren't accepted with Google AdSense, you can do something, all right? You can do something such as this. You can go and you can join affiliate programs. So for instance, I'm an affiliate for this particular program called Merch Titans. Merch Titans is a program that enables me to promote a KDPA. The tool is called KDPA, Kindle Direct Publishing Automation, and it can also be used to automate publishing. Not only that, but T-shirts and a bunch of stuff. You can do a bunch of stuff with this tool. So I promote this. I also promote hosting. So for instance, I am an affiliate with multiple hosting companies. Not only that, multiple software companies, because believe it or not, software companies would pay the most commissions in the world. And so you might be wondering, well, how do we join these affiliate programs? It's very easy, actually. You just go to Google and search for the affiliate program for the program that you wish to promote. Let's say, for example, that you want to be the affiliate program of GoDaddy. Now you could come in here and search for GoDaddy affiliate program, and you need to apply. Okay, so you need to apply for that program. Of course, having a website is an asset because they're going to ask you if you have a website and a bunch of stuff. And it's preferable to go and build a blog that talks about the program that you want to promote before coming and applying for an affiliate program and being accepted. So here, if you click affiliates, they'll take you here and you can join. Click join now, and they'll just ask you a bunch of questions. Just answer those questions, and after a period of time, if you're basically, it's in 1 day, I guess, or 2 days at the most, if you get accepted, they'll send you an email and they'll tell you that you were accepted. Now you can see over here that GoDaddy runs their affiliate program through CG Affiliate, or Commission Junction Affiliate. This is a network, an affiliate network, and the definition of an affiliate network is a website or network where big websites post their affiliate programs, and that's where they manage their affiliates, right? Because they don't want to manage their affiliates by themselves, so they go and find a second party organization or website that does that for them. Now, Commission Junction is just one of the many affiliate networks. I'm pretty sure that you've heard of ClickBank, you've heard of Rakuten, you've heard of ShareASale. If you've been looking and learning about affiliate marketing, then you must have heard about these names. But to cut long story short, this is the website. This is how it looks like. Hey, right now let's go ahead and build this. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And like I promised, not only will I be showing you how to do that, I'll also be showing you how to create a SEO optimized high quality article that you can monetize. You can put ads inside. You can even add affiliate links. And at the same time, we're going to use a free plugin for SEO. And that plugin not only will help us create an optimized SEO articles, but it also will help us connect our website with Google Analytics and Google Search Console so that you can have a full grasp on how many people actually visit your website per day, per month, per week, because it's important that you know how many. And before we move on, this is the last thing I'm going to say, is not the last thing in the video, but the last thing I'm going to say about this is do not apply for AdSense unless you have anywhere from 30 to 40 blogs or articles, okay? So many people create a website, have 2 blogs, and they just go and they apply. Now, don't do that. Just fill your website with content, make it high quality content, make your website not a built for AdSense website, because let me tell you, if I apply to AdSense with this kind of website, they're not going to accept me because I'm placing advertising banners way too much and it just looks spammy and weird. Now, if I were to apply for Google AdSense, I'd probably remove this spot of ads and this spot of ads and apply, and I'll just keep one spot here and inside the articles because I'm afraid to get my application rejected. So be very careful about that. And even if you don't get approved for Google AdSense, it's not the end of the world. You can apply for Ezoic, you can apply for different ways. You can become an affiliate marketer and add your affiliate links on the banner so that when people click on your banner, they'll actually click on your affiliate link and go to the website and you make an affiliate commission. So Google AdSense is not the only way to make money. To cut long story short, right now let's get going and let me show you the 2 only things that you need to create a website, not anything else. You just need 2 things to create any website in the world, and those are exactly the 2 things that you will need to create this specific website. So there are only 2 things that are going to be required of you to build your website. First thing is the domain. Second thing is the hosting. So for instance, Google is a domain or a domain name. Facebook is a domain name. Cartoon Network is domain name. By the way, Cartoon Network is a website that I really loved. And one of the ways that enabled me to remember that domain is the name. It was so easy to remember. So like Google is so easy to remember and Facebook is so easy to remember. So one thing about the domain is make it so easy to remember by people, because when people leave your domain, sometimes they want to go back and they just forget about it because it's so complicated. Some people name their domains the food blog dash 12xy blogging network. That kind of domain name won't stick. All right. So create a domain name that sticks in the mind of people. That's something I learned after reading a book of marketing from Philip Kotler. It took me 3 months. It's a well, I mean, come on, it's a huge book. I can't imagine how I read that entire book. It just took me an eternity. But one of the things I learned there is that make your domain name stick, or make the name of your brand stick at least, because Philip Kotler is not a digital marketer, at least not that I know of. One of you can correct me on that. But anyways, you need the domain, because if you don't have a domain, for instance, Facebook here, Facebook's domain, if Facebook didn't have a name, then this is what people are going to be looking, or this is what people are going to see, right? They're going to see an IP address. They're just going to see a number. And how many of us can even remember our own phone numbers? So it's just not really cool to not have a domain. Now, the thing here is with the hosting that we're going to use, you're going to get a free domain, right? So that's good news. Domains can actually cost anywhere from $9 to more. So some of them can even cost thousands of dollars. And some of them cost $10, $12, $11. And so the hosting that we're going to be using will not give us these huge domains that require thousands of dollars. But if the domain requires you to pay $12, $13, then they can just give it to you. All right, they can give it to you for free. The hosting itself is very affordable, very cheap, and not only cheap, it's very, very good. And yeah, apart from the domain, you need the hosting. And the reason why you need the hosting is because if you don't have a hosting, or if your website isn't hosted somewhere, then people can't find you. All right, so you can do the best you can. You can have the best content. Without the hosting, people can't find you. So you need to host your website somewhere. You need to host your data somewhere. And not only can they not find you, but your website's data is not going to be secure. So if anything bad happens, you can't come back and get your website to where it was. So it's really important to have a hosting. All right, so those are the two things. Right now, let's move on. Right, so the hosting that we're going to be using for this particular website is Hostinger. The reason why we're going to be using Hostinger is not just because it's affordable and it's one of the best prices out there, but also because of a lot of features that it offers. So let me take you right now and let's have a look at the prices. Not only that, let's compare the web hosting from Hostinger with other hosting providers, such as Bluehost, for example. Now, Hostinger actually offers you a $1.99 per month for this particular plan over here. This is the single web hosting plan. Now, I'm not gonna say the best thing about this plan is the price. Well, that's pretty obvious, isn't it? But it only gives you one website access and also 50 gigabytes of SSD storage. We're gonna explain SSD storage later. It only gives you 100 gigabytes of bandwidth, and you don't get a free domain, but you get the rest. Now, with this other plan over here, premium web hosting, you get hosting for $299, and you can host up to 100 websites, and you get 100 gigabytes of SSD storage, which is double the other plan. And let me just give you a clue on SSD storage, because some of you need to understand what SSD storage is. So this website here has a size. It's a file, actually. And it has a size. So I can assume that this website over here does not exceed about 200 megabytes. But over here, they're giving you 100 gigabytes. So just imagine how much content you can host. If a website of this magnitude is only 200 megabytes, how many websites can you actually host on this particular plan? So it's just a lot. Unlimited bandwidth. If you compare the bandwidth over here with other platforms, like for example, Bluehost. I know I'm going fast here, but just stay alert. So here with Bluehost, they offer you a number of visits per month. So it's not an unlimited bandwidth. So for instance, let's say that you've paid for this Plus program and you got it for $545, which actually you're going to get it for more because you have to pay for the SSL. And you also will have to pay for the domain and protection and a bunch of stuff. And so here, you can't have more than 50,000 visits per month. If you have more than that, your website is going to crash, right? It's not going to crash in a way that your website is going to be lost, but people are not going to be able to visit your website like they should. Your website is going to be very, very hard to navigate, in other words, if I can explain it that way. So you'll have to go for the Choice Plus, which is $545 as well. And even then, you don't benefit from an unlimited bandwidth. You get approximately the most traffic you can get before something really not good happens to your website is 200,000. So you can't accept more than 200,000 visits per month on your website. And similarly, with the Pro plan, there is a limit. It's 400,000, and you have to pay $13.95 per month. Now, with Hostinger, you don't have to do that because you have unlimited bandwidth, which means that you can get as many viewers to your website per month. There is no limit on that. You also get a free domain, which is something that most of the other hosting providers don't offer you. Okay, so free domain for $9.99. You get an unlimited free SSL. So it's not like the SSL that you get or you don't have to pay for the SSL every single year like some of the other hosting providers. Here, you're getting it for an unlimited period of time. You get weekly backups, protection by Cloudflare. You get a free email, which is very important because so many people think that they can use their personal email for professional purposes, and that's just wrong. Because if you're going to create 100 websites, you can't continue using your email with the name johnmichael123@gmail.com. You can't use that. You have to use a professional email related to that specific website that you are building at that time. So for example, this particular website, I decided to name it Food Hungry Dudes, okay? Because I'm a food hungry dude. All right, so if I create an email, I can't name it after my name, after any kind of name, right? I can't do that. So I have to go and find or name it foodhungrydudes@gmail.com. That makes more sense, right? And so here you can do that. You can get an email from Hostinger. Another thing is their service and support is pretty good, right? So you can chat with them. If anything happens, you benefit from the live chat. You can ask questions there. I tried it myself, and I wouldn't sell you anything, or I wouldn't point you out in a direction that I didn't try, right? I don't endorse a product I don't try. I don't endorse a product that I don't believe in, okay? You benefit from 24/7 support, 99.9 uptime guarantee. Now, uptime is one of the most important things here because so many websites have low uptime. And uptime basically is, if I can try to explain this to you, is how much or the duration or how many, or I would say, what is the percentage of the time when your website is out there and when people can search for it and navigate it naturally. Now, if you have a 10% 10% uptime deficiency, or I would say 90% uptime of your website, then at that point, 10% of the time your website is not accessible by people. They can't see it. They can't navigate it. So you're losing 10% of the traffic. And here, they're guaranteeing you 99.9. It doesn't mean that 99.9 is going to be all the time like that. They're guaranteeing you that the minimum uptime guarantee is 99.9. So sometimes you can get, or some months you can get 100% uptime guarantee, right? That's what you should take home with you. So I'm just going to go ahead right now. I'm going to add this to cart. All right, so here we are over here. We're almost there, but I have to mention something here. I have to explain something here. Now, right here, you have the $11.99 US dollar per month plan. Now, disregard that, but let me explain to you why. If you go to purchase a 1-month plan, it's actually more expensive than getting 12 months, because at 12 months, you get the plan for $2.99. Now, actually, Hostinger is one, particularly I would think of it, but Bluehost doesn't offer this. GoDaddy doesn't offer this, at least not that I know of. But most of the hosting companies don't offer you the possibility to buy hosting per month, which means that there is no such a thing as monthly unit for other hosting providers. Only Hostinger offers that, which means that with Hostinger, you're free to buy just 1 month, and if you test it and find it all right, you can go for 12 months, okay? Now, I highly recommend you not to even do that, because if you do the math, 12 months, plus if you apply my coupon code Passive Income Gen Z, you will get the hosting for $2.69 instead of $2.99 per month. So that's a 10% cut, 10% off, or extra 10% off, which means that if you do the math, getting putting $11.99 could get you 6 months of hosting if you go for the 12 months plan. So, and that's exactly the plan that we're going to choose here. Now, if you want 3 free months, you can use the 48-month plan. All right. But I would go for the 12-month plan. But before that, let's do a comparison here. All right. Let's do a comparison between, for instance, Hostinger and Bluehost. Now here, if I click on this and if I scroll down, let me see how much am I going to pay for a 48-month hosting plan. Now over here, they're saying 143. So after I apply the coupon, let me apply my coupon here. Passive Income Gen Z. Now if I apply this coupon, I'll get a 10% off, extra 10% off on top of the what was there. And so here we went from 143 to 129. So $129 from 143, and that's for a 48-month plan, okay? Now, if I go here, for example, to Bluehost, let me just choose just the 12-month plan, just the Bluehost 12-month plan, and let's compare that to 48 months of hosting with Hostinger. Let's do the comparison here. Now, I'm just gonna skip this and go. Let me just show you the pricing difference here. If I scroll down, they're calculating the price. And you can see over here that we have this at 141.27. So 12 months of hosting with Bluehost, the total package, including the SSL and SiteLock security, which actually come for free with Hostinger. You don't have to pay for them. Now here, they're charging you $141 for the total package. And you can see here that for 48 months, you're getting it at 20, or I would say $15 less than the price that you would pay for only 12 months. So you do the math, you do the comparison. I'm not going to do it for you, but I'm just showing you facts over here, right? So I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to add this to cart, right? I'm going to submit my payment. I prefer to pay with PayPal. I don't know about you, but I prefer to pay with PayPal. So go ahead and pay with whichever method suits you the most. I just prefer PayPal because it's more professional that way. To me, it's easier. And so I'm going to go ahead and launch the payment now. All right, so after you hit pay, this is what you're supposed to see, right? So over here, first things first, let's claim our free domain because remember, we have a free domain that we can claim. It's our claim. Let's go ahead and claim this. Okay, so I'm going to click on claim domain. It's just some of you might be scared there. The 30 personalities showed in just 1 second. I'm a good actor, I have to say. So here, if I click enter domain name, well, my domain, well, the domain that I like here is Food Hungry Dudes. Let's hope that this is still there. So Food Hungry Dudes. Food Hungry, not Foo. Food Hungry Dudes. And I wrote it in that way. I should have written it like this. Dudes. Now you can write whatever domain you want. You don't have to go for these hungry domains. All right, so here I'm going to check availability. And by the way, this is not a very long video particularly, but I highly recommend people when they're watching these sorts of videos to go and get a cup of coffee or a cup of tea so that you can relax and enjoy the show. So here, let's claim this domain, right? I'm just going to click claim the domain to claim this. Claim my property. Let's claim our property. And so over here, you can either use an existing profile. In my case, I have one. And if you don't, add a new profile by clicking here and click on finish registration. All right, so over here, we're almost there. They're saying that our contact information is under review. we will inform you about your domain registration status and blah, blah, blah. So what this means actually is that our domain is being reviewed because Hostinger wants to make sure if our domain doesn't hurt anybody's, I don't know if it's correct or politically correct. In other words, if it doesn't contain any bad words or profanity in it, because it's absolutely, it's absolutely essential that they should do that, right? Because you can't just buy a domain. A domain is a responsibility, right? So many people think they just can't buy any domain, and that domains are just words. But domains go more than that, actually, right? So be careful what domains you buy, what names you buy. Buy only stuff that is white hat, right? Stay an angel. And let's click here, continue. All right, so here we are on the H panel. H panel stands for cPanel, but Hostinger version. Now, Hostinger created their own panel and they named it H panel after Hostinger, right? So that's a branding, or that's a way for them to brand their panel. And I think Hostinger is the only company that has an H panel, or that has a panel named after it, H panel. Most of the other companies like Bluehost, GoDaddy, HostGator, the other ones, they actually have cPanels, right? So over here, I think we're ready to go. So you just can actually here come and just have a look at this. Now, the transfer lock is available or activated. Whose privacy is activated? Now here for the domain, we got a domain for 1 year, right? Because domains, you can't buy a domain for a lifetime. You have to renew your domain. You have to renew your property or your domain name, right? So over here, you can disable auto renewal, because if you just keep it like this, next year, let's say that you don't want this domain to stay yours, or let's say that you've abandoned this website, they will keep charging you. So disable auto renewal. Always, I always advise people to disable auto renewal until you need to renew, because there is no point in paying for something that you don't want. So here, submit. Now they're asking me to answer these questions. I don't really like to answer questions. I don't know why they made it mandatory here. And so right now, auto renewal is disabled, which is pretty cool. All right, so here, if you want to create your own professional email, come here, click on emails, and click on manage. Not this one. This one was an actual email that I created previously. But if you want to create an email here, click get new email plan, and you get this for $0.99 per month, which is pretty awesome if you're interested to take your website to the next level. Now, at any point in time, let's say that you want to chat with their customer support, you can click right here and you'll come here. Now, at first, you won't be able to see the chat, but just continue clicking left and right and click and click and click. Now, this is my strategy, and you'll land here. Now, once you've clicked on enough links, you'll land here and you can click chat now. And yeah, so chat now, and the chat will be opened and you can chat with whomever you like. Click on messages here, type in your question, and ask people. Now here we have Logan, or not Logan, we have Jordan. Logan is the actual name that I used for this account. So I'm a huge fan of Logan from X-Men. So that's why I named my account after him. So that's off the point, but here, like I said, you can send messages, and these are real people. These are not bots, actually. These are real people, and they'll answer you. Maybe the bot is going to answer you at first sometimes, but the bot is only going to tell you and reassure you that, hey, just wait for a couple of seconds and somebody will be with you in a few seconds or minutes. Depends. Now, this is pretty cool that we have this particular thing here. So in order to access the dashboard, click on websites over here, and we should be able to easily access our dashboard. Now, right here, we have this website, blog, news, trending. Now, no, actually, we should be able to access the domain that we've just bought. Let's click on home. And from here, we can set up the hosting. So let's click on setup. And let's install WordPress. Start now. Now here, we can click select this one, create a new website with WordPress. Now choose a different, now I'm going to choose this one, WordPress. Now this is the administrator email. Now make sure that the administrator email for your H panel is the same for your WordPress panel. Now right here, they're asking us to give them a password for the WordPress panel. And so I'm going to go ahead and type a password and click on continue. All right. And so over here, they'll prompt you to install some plugins. Well, don't do that. It's not necessary. So I'm just going to click skip. I'll manage later. And right here, they'll be prompting you as well to install a theme. So there's no need for you to stay here. We're going to use our own theme, right? So we're going to use a theme known as Jnews. So I'm just going to click on skip. And here, choose your domain, right? So here, the domain that's selected is Food Hungry Dudes. If you want to purchase a new domain, click here on buy a new domain and you'll be able to buy a new domain. Now, at any point in time, you want to use an existing domain, some domain that you've bought 3 months ago and you just kind of remembered now that you own and that you didn't make good use of it. You can migrate that domain here by clicking select. And all you'll have to do is to go and point your name servers from whatever you purchased the domain from to Hostinger servers, right? That's essential. And they'll also guide you through that. There are very small videos that will guide you through that entire process. And it's not rocket science, by the way, so just stay chill, relax. Now over here, my server location is North America, even though I'm not American, but here they're telling me that my server location is North America. So just kidding here, just kidding, obviously. I don't know if it's obviously, but I'm just kidding. So don't change the server location unless the coffee that you're drinking right now is not cool, right? So don't change it. Keep it like that. Keep it like it is. So I'm going to click finish setup. And boom, I think we're going to be live in a couple of seconds. So right now, WordPress is getting installed on our website. Once it finishes, we'll be able to see the glorious 100% percentage over here, which is pretty good. And that is that. All right, so right now, everything loaded. Now, you can go back to your H panel either by clicking here or by clicking the Hostinger logo. Or if you want, you can click edit website from here and you will be taken to the WordPress dashboard. Now, like I said, they're using Cloudflare to check whether or not you're human. So there's a CAPTCHA that you need to check before you move on. And that's pretty awesome that they have that in place because otherwise your website would be vulnerable. So I'm just using a statement from Dumbledore and Harry Potter's when he told Snape that they will be vulnerable when Harry Potter dreamt of. Just kidding. I'm telling stories over here. All right, so here we are on the WordPress dashboard, and this is what you'll be able to see at first. So let's go ahead and do a major cleanup. But first things first, I feel like I owe you a proper definition of what's going on in here. So let me give you a clue on what's going on in here. So I'll take you through a walkthrough on the essential stuff in here so that you understand what we're dealing with. All right, so here we are on the WordPress dashboard. If you want to access the dashboard itself, click dashboard and you will be taken to the dashboard. I know I'm repeating myself here, but just forgive me. All right, so over here, you can dismiss this if you want. And after I did that, you see that it just disappeared. Now, let's say I want to get it back. I can click screen options here. And I can get it back by clicking this box and it came back. If I want to dismiss it again, I can click here or I can get it back and click X. Now, if I want to rearrange this stuff, I can click and stuff gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, let's suppose, for instance, that I want site health status to be on top of WP Forms. I can click this little element here and it will be on top of it. If I click this, it will come back to its position. If I want to remove all of these from here, I can remove all of these if I want. So nothing can show, right? This is empty. If you want to add stuff, you can just have to go back to screen options and add stuff back again, right? So I'm going to add everything because there's not really a need for me to remove this. I don't hate these information here, but let me go and take you to another thing here, which is posts. So for instance, if I go to this website, if I click on this, this is a post. So we're getting inside the post right now. We were on a page and we're getting into a post. A post is different from a page because a post is a post, right? A post has text, a lot of it, a lot of links, a lot of images, and people generally read it by scrolling through or scrolling down. up and down. Now a page is this one. So if I click on the logo, I'll go back to the page. So you can guess what I'm talking about here. A page has a lot of posts, links to a lot of pages, and generally it looks like this. So that's, if I can make it as easy as possible, that's the distinction between a post and a page. Now, if you want to add a post, you can click here, add new, and you'll be able to add a new post. You just have to give it a title, and you can add it. You can give it a category. You can give it an image. We'll talk about that later because we're gonna have the time to talk about it. And here, if you want to create a page, you just come in here, hover, click add new, similar to posts, except for one thing. Posts cannot be edited with Elementor or any other page builder for that matter that I am aware of. In the opposition of it, pages can be edited with editors or page builders. That's the distinction there. So pay careful attention to that. Posts, on the other hand, can be edited with the theme customizer. Pages can be edited with the theme customizer as well as any external page editor, right? Or page builder. Now over here, if you want to add media to your library, you can click media, you'll access the library, and you can add images. So for instance, if I click add new, I can go to my own library and upload an image. I fancy an image of a steak, so I'm going to go over here and find a steak image. Hopefully this is not a pizza. So I can upload this image. It's a big image, a large one. And over here, they're telling you that the maximum upload file is 2 gigabytes. You can't upload anything that's larger than 2 gigabytes, which is understandable because you're not uploading a movie here. And you can see that this is not a steak. This is a person. All right, so I'm disappointed there. But anyways, you can add images, you can add GIFs, you can add videos, you can add anything you want from your media library. And whatever you add over here, you can use later on your website, on your pages, on your posts. And even if you don't add them from here, you also have the option to add them from pages and from posts. And I'll show you that later. Now over here, you can monitor comments. So if I click on comments, you can see we have this dummy comment over here, a WordPress commenter. This is just a dummy comment that came pre-installed with the website. And so I can just trash this. I don't need it. And so similarly over here, if I go to all posts, I can trash this post because this is not a post that we need to show people. This is just a dummy post. I can click on trash and it will go to trash. Now, once it goes to trash, I can click on the trash bin and I can go and hunt it down and I can delete it permanently because I don't like it. I want to remove it from there. Now, over here, if I go to pages, similarly, you will see some dummy pages over here. We have a sample page, privacy policy page. We don't need those. So I want to bulk delete this stuff. How do I do that? Well, I click all of this stuff by clicking here and I select all the stuff. At which point in time I want to unselect something, I can click. And right now the only thing selected is sample page. But in this case, I want to select everything. So I'm going to click, select again, bulk actions, move to trash, apply. So everything now will move to trash synchronistically. Now I can click on trash right now and I can go and select all of this stuff and I can delete this stuff permanently. If you want to restore it back, you can restore it. I'm just going to delete it. Now over here, we have done this. We have deleted the comment. I'm pretty sure we have deleted the comment. Okay, that's good. Here we have this plugin WP Forms that also came pre-installed with WordPress. This plugin will allow you to create a form, but in this instance, I'm not pretty sure if we need it. I'm just going to keep it there anyways. And over here on appearance, you can click and you can see themes. Over here, the theme that is active on the website is 2023. 2023 is actually a theme that is built, I think, by WordPress, right? If I'm correct. But it's not the best looking theme in the world because you can see over here how it looks like, right? It sucks. Now 2021 doesn't look any better either. 2022 doesn't look any better either. They all share the same ugliness. If you want my opinion, I'm not being rude here, but I'm just stating facts. So over here, these themes are not active. On the other hand, the one that is active right now is the one that you can see over here with this active little tag that says this theme is active. Now, in order to speed up your website, you can't just keep all the themes here. So keep only the theme that you're using installed and active. As for the other ones, I'm going to click on them and delete them. So I'm going to delete this one here. And I'm also going to click on this one and delete it because, hey, we don't need it. Now over here, we have this as the active theme. Later on, I'm going to show you how you can install the theme that we have used to build this particular website, which is pretty awesome. The theme is Jnews, and we're going to purchase it from Envato Elements, to which you'll find the link down below. You can go there and purchase it. It's very affordable, and it takes all the hard work and the everything from your way. You don't need to be a coding artist or know anything about coding, and you'll still be able to create a website like this at the click of a button, right? So let me go back to the dashboard, do some major cleanups there. Let me introduce you to plugins. So plugins are actually what adds functionality to the website. For instance, let's say that you're an e-commerce website and that you want to start accepting payments as an e-commerce website. Then you would need what we call a payment gateway. Now, how do you install a payment gateway on your website? And if you're not a coding man, if you don't know how to code? Now, you can do that through plugins and through WordPress. By installing plugins, there are plugins built specifically for payment gateways. PayPal payment gateway, Stripe payment gateway, Razorpay payment gateway. There are a lot of payment gateways out there. And a plugin is what enables you to install a payment gateway on your website, right? And similarly, there are plugins for all tastes. For example, if you want to create a forum on your WordPress website, you can use a plugin known as BBPress or BuddyPress. These plugins will enable you to install and create a forum on your website without needing to create it yourself using HTML or CSS. So for instance, let's say that you want to add a header, or you want the functionality to be able to edit your website with drag and drop without needing to be an expert. For that, you can use a plugin known as Elementor. Elementor is a page builder that enables you to build your website with the drag and drop functionality. Let's say that you want to make your website faster. You can use a plugin such as Lightspeed Cache, which here came pre-installed, which I'm going to deactivate because I don't want to use that. We're using WP Fastest Cache, which is my plugin of choice. Now, these plugins or these caching plugins actually enable you to speed up your WordPress website. Okay, WP Forms, on the other hand, is a plugin that enables you to create forms. Forms are what enable you to collect email addresses, like the form that you can see right here. This is what we call a form. People come here, they're prompted to enter their email address, and after they sign up, they will sign up through your newsletters. And you can later on start sending them emails about your latest blogs. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and click all of these plugins, all right? I'm just going to unselect Hostinger because I want to keep the Hostinger plugin because it enables me to access the H panel easily. So I'm going to keep it for convenience only, but you can delete it if you want. And I'm going to go ahead to bulk actions. I'm going to deactivate them first before deleting them, because for plugins, it's not like pages. You have to deactivate them first before deleting them. So over here, I'm going to select them all again with the exception of Hostinger. And I'm going to go ahead over here and delete them. All right, so click on delete, apply, and they're all deleted. Or at least they're going to be deleted one by one. Now, that's pretty cool. Now, at which point in time you want to update a plugin, you can click and you can update plugins like this, apply. This plugin is already updated, so it doesn't need any update. But in case you want to enable auto updates so that you don't have to do it manually every time, you can come in here. First of all, select everything, come in here, enable auto updates, and apply. At this particular time, updates are going to be applied automatically without you having to come back over here and apply. Now, I have to tell you that WordPress from time to time also needs to be updated, because WordPress is just a CMS, so it updates from time to time. So you need to pay careful attention. If it asks you for an update, go ahead and update. Now here for the users, if I click on all users, you'll notice that there is only one user, which is me. Now you can add other users by clicking the add new button. Let's say, for example, that you want to add somebody with the role of a author, somebody that writes blogs for you. You can assign that person a password and you can give them a username and they can access your WordPress dashboard. Some of you might be asking me, how do we access the WordPress dashboard anyways? Well, you access the WordPress dashboard by using this formula here. So let me just remove this stuff. Now you take your domain name. All right, so I'm going to take my domain name here. And with the HTTPS and all, and you type that and you search for this, wp-admin. And you use this syntax right here. You put it here. You search. If you're logged out, you'll see that you will have, right? I think there's no better way than showing you. I'm going to log out of my dashboard here just to show you what this looks like from the outside. So here's how it's going to look like. If you're logged out and if you search using this link, this is what you're going to see. So here you'll be prompted to enter your username or your email address. and your password. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that. And here the password. And I'll be logged into my account back again as normal. Now, if you want to log into your account from the H panel, you have to only come back to the H panel. And over here, you can click on websites at any time you want. And simply, you can click on the website to which you want to log into. Here I have 2 websites hosted. So you can click on manage or edit the website from here. If you click edit the website, you'll be able to access the WordPress dashboard. If you click manage, you'll stay on the H panel, but you'll be able to see more interesting information, which we're not going to delve into right now. So I'm going to go back to my website. First of all, let me close this Bluehost. And let me go back over here to users. I'm pretty sure I've shown you how you can add users. And over here, let's say that you want to add stuff to your profile, that you want to change your profile. Now, by default, the colors that are used for admin or for the admin bar here are black. But let's say that you don't like this kind of design. You want something with a sunrise touch to it. When you click on the sunrise, you can see that this kind of changed. If you want it to be midnight looking, click on midnight. I just prefer the original one, so I'm going to leave it at that. Now over here, you can give yourself a name, a last name, you can give yourself a nickname, and you can even add a profile picture, right? So here, you're not going to be able to add a profile picture from here because you have to click on, you can change your profile picture to Gravatar, but that's not really a big deal. Now over here on tools, there's nothing really interesting to see there. You wouldn't really need to go there unless you want to edit the theme file or the theme code or the plugin codes. But that takes a level, I would say, it requires you to be a specialist at coding HTML and CSS and JavaScript, which I highly recommend not to do because you don't really need to be good at HTML and CSS to create a good looking website. Over here on settings, the only thing that we're going to look for on general, let's go. Now here, make sure that you don't touch the WordPress URL and the site address URL, because if you do, your WordPress website will crash. And if it crashes, it's going to take you anywhere from 24 to 48 hours with the help of the support team to get your website back. So don't just touch this, all right? Don't touch it. Now over here, let's go to reading. And on reading, here you can see that for each post, you can either include the full text or the excerpt. Now I want to include the full posts. Now here, you can decide how many posts to show per page. So if you want to only show about 10 posts per page, you can do that. If you want to show 20 posts per page, you can do that. Now here, if I click on permalinks, which is by far the most important thing here, I want you to click here on post name, scroll down and click save changes. What this will do is it will show your posts in this URL format. It will show your domain / the post name, which is the perfect way to show a post. That's it for the WordPress dashboard. This is an overall tutorial. I don't think that you need to go ahead and watch a tutorial after this. And let's go right now. Let's start building the website. First thing we're going to start with is installing the theme. Then we're going to go ahead and install the plugins for the website and start building our website from scratch. All right, so to get the theme, go to Google, good old Google, and search for Jnews theme. And let's go to Theme Forest, right? So don't trust any other website that tells you that you can get a theme for $2. Come on. I'm telling you the truth straight up. There are so many ads out there going, and it just makes me sick. So many people, so many spammy websites are going to tell you that you can get the best theme out there or a package of 100 themes for a subscription. Those are trying to get your money, right? There is a website, it's Theme Forest, right? Or Envato Market, it's the same. And so this is where you go and get your themes to make sure that you're not getting a theme with a virus that's going to spy on your computer, right? So next time you see those ads, even though they might be as good as they seem, right? Might tell you you can buy Elementor with 10 times less the price. No, say no, right? Because you might consider buying that for cheap, but you might run into some security problems, and people did run into security problems. So you're not going to be the first if you're going to make that mistake, but I'm just outright warning you not to do that, all right? Don't do it. Now over here, you can see I've already went and purchased this theme. So if you like to purchase it, you can go ahead and purchase it. If you don't want to purchase it, feel free to check one of my other videos that I have over here. It's a 4-hour course that teaches you how to create a blog using only free stuff, nothing paid. Everything is for free, from the theme to the plugins to everything, except of course for the hosting, because we need the hosting to access the dashboard. So over here, I'm going to download this as a zip file. And let me show you how you can go ahead to the dashboard and install the theme. So I'm going to go back here to the dashboard. I'm going to click on Appearance, click on Themes. Now, as you know, we already have a theme that was installed. So I'm going to click on Add New. First off here, let me go back. Let me just make sure that I was on the correct website. Right, this is an ad, and this is Theme Forest. Also, make sure that you have Keywords Everywhere, because Keywords Everywhere will tell you if the domain is really to be trusted. Keywords Everywhere is an extension that I have, and it tells me the domain authority of a website. So here, it leaves no doubt that this is legit. When you see that a website has a huge domain authority, you can really trust such websites. I'm going to download this back. I don't know why it wasn't downloaded successfully. All right, so now it's pretty cool. And let me go right now to upload the theme. And also make sure that you don't click on these sponsored links of websites. So when you go and search for Bluehost, search for Hostinger, sometimes you might find these sponsored links. Make sure that you click or scroll down to see the organic link, and make sure that you have Keywords Everywhere to check the domain authority to see, or to check that you're really accessing the real deal. Because spammers and some guys really have a lot of tricks up their sleeve. So over here, I'm going to choose the file. Now we're uploading the file from our computer here, and I'm going to click on Theme Forest. This is the file. Now I'm going to install it, and that's how you install a plugin or a theme. Now this is a theme, not a plugin, but it says theme installation failed for some reason. All right, let me see why. Let me just go back, click on themes. I'm going to try it again. This is Discord, add new. All right, so I'm going to go back to Theme Forest here. I'm going to click on my downloads. Let me download it in another way. I'm going to click on my downloads, click download here. Installable WordPress file only. And let me see right now if this is going to work. I'm pretty sure this is going to work, because they're just saying that we're missing a CSS file. I'm not sure why we're missing that file, but I bloody well paid for the theme, so it better work. And it should work. Otherwise, we're going to be very hungry. So let's install right now. And so now the theme was installed successfully. So all I have to do is to click on Activate. Sometimes you might get these error messages, so always go back and check what you can do. The best thing you can do is to go back to your account, click and go to downloads and access the themes that you've purchased, and just basically download them from there. Make sure that you download the installable WordPress file only. And over here, they're asking me to activate the Jnews license. So I'm going to click on Activate Jnews license. And we can activate that with the click of a button. Right, so I'm going to deactivate the website where the theme is actually active. I'm going to activate it on my particular website. That's cool. All right, so now the theme is active and live. Let's go ahead right now and import a demo website. Now, a demo website, if you click here on the, you can go up to Jnews or to Appearance, and you can click on Import Demo Website, or you can click on Import from here. Now, over here, you have all sorts of websites that you can build with this theme. You can build a news website, you can build a tech website, you can build a food website, a travel website, a fashion blog, a game website, parenting news, personal blog, lifestyle, science and news. And just look, you also have 6 pages. And on each page, I think how many demos there are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 12 multiplied by 6, if I'm correct at math. I always sucked at math, but it's 72. Yeah. So 72 previews or 72 different demos you can use for free after installing the theme. Right? So you can go and build a gaming website. You can build whatever you want. There are just a lot of types. And if you want to have a look at how these look like, so for example, let's say that you want to see what does a gaming website look like, you can click on the preview button over here, and they will take us to preview this website. So when we upload this, it's going to be uploaded exactly like this. All right, exactly like you see it here. There's not going to be any difference. It's going to be like this. And that's the beauty of this thing, is that you don't need to know anything about developing a website, and you can build a stunning gaming website. If you're a gamer, if you like games so much, you can build a website and start talking about the games that you love and make money that way, right? So turn your passion into a money-making machine. And if I were you, I would have done that, because there's no point in just playing games if you're not making money from it. Let's say that you're interested in the fashion industry. You can create a blog about the fashion industry. So if I click on preview over here, we will check on this particular look. So this is how it looks exactly like a fashion website does or should look like. And over here, you can see that it's pretty interesting. You can add your touch to it. You can add different blogs. It's just wonderful. I just don't like this particular image over here with this, I don't know, is this the face of a goat or something? But this is scaring me out, because I remember a movie that I watched, and there was a goat in that movie, and it was really scary. The goat turned out to be Satan at the end of the movies. And I was really scared at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was watching it, I was alone, and it really scared me out. You know, I was, for 2 weeks, I was shocked. I don't advise you to watch that movie. That's why I'm not going to tell you the name. I'm not going to tell you the name of the movie. Even though I told you that it's a movie about a goat that will turn into a devil. I'm pretty sure you can find it. But sorry. So here, like I said, we have different types of websites that you can build. Let's explore here something. Maybe you want to create a movie-holic website. Let's say that you watch Netflix a lot and you know all too well all the movies that exist. You can create a movie-holic website like this, right? Exactly like this. All you'd have to do is to put the content in there, and even the content, you don't have to create it yourself. You can use Chatgpt to do it, which I'm going to show you in this course, how to use Chatgpt to write the content for the entire goddamn website from scratch, right? So I can show you how to use Chatgpt to write high-end SEO quality 90 on a scale of 100 SEO score using Rank Math and Chatgpt. Rank Math is a free plugin. Chatgpt is also free, at least for now. You can use it for free, at least not all the entire day, but you can use it for free. So that's it. So I'm going to go ahead right now. I'm going to import the food theme or the food demo website. Let me search for it. It's here. Right, so we have this one, food. I'm going to click on import, and I want you to pay careful attention over here. Pay very careful attention. So before clicking on import demo, don't click import demo yet. Now over here, you can choose how you want to import this demo. Here we want to install all the plugins that are used in the particular website. And we want to include the content as well. If you want to exclude the content, you can do that, which I highly recommend you not to do. And over here, I want you to scroll down from where you are. You can see right now, Builder Content. Here it is set to Visual Composer. Now, if you keep it to Visual Composer, you won't be able to edit your website with Elementor, right? I'm telling you that straight. So click Elementor, because we will not use Visual Composer in this website. Click Elementor here and import demo right now. It takes a little bit of time for the demo website to be installed, so stay tuned for that and wait your time. So it's going to take about 2 or 3 minutes, but hey, wait. So in case the theme doesn't install properly, here's what you should do. Let's try something together here. You can click on Control-Alt-R, or you can refresh the page from here. Now, in my case, I've used this key or short key, and I'm going to click on refresh. Now, normally I should see that my demo website will be imported, and that the fact that it wasn't imported was just an issue here. Or in this case, I see it was not imported yet. So I'm going to click import again, scroll down, Elementor, import demo. Now this is, sometimes it can happen, sometimes it can be slow. The process of importing can be slow. And so if you see that it's taking way too much time than it should, then I highly recommend you to go ahead and just refresh, come back, import again. Start the importing process again. All right, so right now we have imported the website with success. I can click on OK. Now, fortunately, you don't really have to install any plugins right now because plugins came pre-installed. They were installed automatically with the demo website that we've installed, because we have checked the box where it says that we want to install the plugins that we use to create this demo website. So right now, if I take you and let's go and have a look at the website. Out of the box, it looks stunning, it looks perfect, it looks ready, it looks cool. So it doesn't really need much. It's almost like lobster, right? Okay, so here you can see that this is how the website looks like, but we want to make it look something like this. How do we do that? How do we take a website that looks like this and turn it into something like this? So let's start first with creating the logo for our website. And that's why I want you to go back to Google, search for Canva here. So open up a Canva tab and leave it at that. Then come back here and you can see here this little customize icon. Click on that customize icon with that pen on the left-hand side. And let's go to what we call the theme customizer to edit the stuff and edit how the website looks like. Right, so here we are over here. You can see that this is what we call the customizer. And on the right-hand side, you can see your website. And here you can see editing or changes in real time. So what you do here will be displayed on the right-hand side. All right, so let's go to site identity over here. And we want to change the site tagline. As for the tagline, I'm going to click on change image. And I want you to go to Canva here and create a design. Now, usually the tagline size should be 512 pixels by 512 pixels. So enter 512 by 512 and click on create new design. And I'm going to name this site icon. Now the site icon is displayed over here exactly as they're explaining right here. So I don't think there needs to be any explanation for this because they're explaining where the site icon displays itself. It displays itself like this when people are using your website. So here we are back on Canva, and I need to design something that looks a little bit different than this logo with the hamburger. So this time I'm going to go ahead and look for a steak, right? Because we want to make our website a food blogging website that is mostly about the topic of meats, steaks, and grilling. So I'm going to go over here and look for a steak. And graphics over here. So there are some steak graphics. Now let's go and check which kind of steak we want to display for the logo of our website. So do we want to display a steak like this or on a plate, or I don't know, but I think this would be really awesome if we display this steak just like this. I don't know about you guys, but this looks yummy, right? The other ones, they look pretty good, but they're not really just as good to me as this. Let me just keep looking. Now this looks kind of cool. Now maybe if we can find a way to arrange this together. I don't think so. Let's try with this one here. The grill. Let's try another grill. Maybe this. Make this bigger. Well, actually, no. All right, so I'm just gonna keep the meat and I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger like this. All right. And what I'm gonna do here, before installing it, I'm gonna look for fire. I want to add a little bit of fire on top of the meat, right? Take this fire. This one doesn't really look good. Let's take this one here, for instance. I'm just going to basically try with every single kind of fire that I find over here. And let's just try to find something that better suits the steak's color. Maybe this one? Let's try this one. Right, I think this one looks cool. So let me add this fire just a little bit on top of the steak. And I'm going to name this site icon or steak site icon and download this. So I'm going to download this not as a PNG, as an SVG and with a transparent background. Now you can't do this if you don't have Canva Pro, right? You can't download an image with a transparent background. But I have a workaround for you. You can download the image with a background and then you can come to Google and search for this website known as Remove BG. Right, so the Remove BG is a free website that enables you to take away or remove the background off of images. And it's automatically, it's 100% free, right? You just have to upload your image over here and you can remove the background from it, just like this little GIF displays on the left-hand side. But because I have the privileges of using Canva Pro, I'm just going to go ahead and use my SVG image. I'm going to upload file. Now the file is already on my list of downloads. I can just drag and drop it or upload it. There it is. It's 512 by 512. It's a large piece of steak with some fire on top of it. And no, this is the hamburger. I'm sorry. I actually picked the hamburger, which is the wrong image to pick. I should have picked the steak. Right, steak icon. This is the one that we're looking for. And that's it. So I'm just going to wait for it. Now over here on the title or the alt text, you can give it an alt text. Steak house website icon. Now, alt text is useful for SEO purposes because people with disabilities cannot see. For some people that cannot see images, what this does, the alt text, is that when they're using Google Reader or Google can read actually what a website or what a logo is about. It can translate what a logo is about. So for people with disabilities, this is very useful for them. And that's why Google really puts it as a good SEO practice to add an alt text. So I wonder why the image is not selected. It should be selected here. I'm clicking enter. It's not working. So let me just go back here. Maybe let me remove the image and select the icon right now. I already have it in the media library. It should just work. All right. So there is some sort of an issue here. So if I use this, it works, but the other one doesn't. Right, maybe because it's an SVG. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back. I'm going to try a different image format. So I'm going to download this, not as an SVG right now, as a PNG of all things. And let's try with the PNG. It should have worked, but I don't know. Right, so sometimes stuff can really go wrong. And just as Murphy's Law, according to Murphy's Law, when things go wrong, they just go wrong. Right? So we better be prepared. So right now, let me just add this. This time I'm not going to add the alt text because I'm too lazy for that. Let's click on select. And still the same issue, right? 5.2. All right, now it works. Okay, finally. All right, so now it works. We have the steak. It looks like this, and it's beautiful. It's transparent. And so I'm going to click on publish in order not to lose my stuff or not to lose the editing. So right now what we're going to do next, I'm going to go and show you the menus and show you how you can change this menu over here, how you can add categories to it, remove categories, and how you can completely manipulate this to your own advantage. All right, so I'm going to leave this page open, but I want you to go ahead and open up a new page and access the dashboard from that page. Now here, I want you to go to Appearance, click on Menus to be able to access the menus. And so naturally here, according to the customizer, we have three menus: footer navigation, main navigation, and a menu for mobile, right? Now, mind you, you can see what the website looks like for mobile on the customizer anytime by clicking here. So if I want to see how it looks on tablet, I can click, and this is how it looks on tablet. I can scroll down to see how it looks. And if I want to have a look at how this looks like on phone, I can just click the phone view, and this is how it looks on phone. This is even the logo on phone. You can see that it's perfectly optimized for phone. It doesn't need any retouching. And that's the beauty of this theme, is that not only does it provide you with multiple options, multiple demo websites, but it's also optimized for mobile, and you don't need to do anything there. Now over here, let's come back to the dashboard, and here we can see the footer navigation. Now the footer menu is composed of a home page, which is the front page, a category, a page, the About Us page, and the Contact Us page. Also this is a category and this is a custom link. So over here, if I go back and scroll down to the footer, I should be able to see this. So this is what we call the footer menu, and here it is, right? Home, recipe, about, archives, contact. This is exactly what's displayed down below. Now, the main menu is the menu that is displayed on top. But first off, let me click on the main menu and click select. so that we can see the menu display over here on the right hand side on the menu structure. So this is the main menu, and this is where we're going to be spending most of the time in this. Now, the main menu is composed of categories, and categories have subcategories. So for example, street food, if I click here, you can see that we have mushroom pasta with melted cheese. So there are subcategories to this category, or blogs, right? So here, if I click on, for example, the category of recipes, you can see that under the category of recipes, we have a mega menu. And if I click on that mega menu, this is the style of the mega menu. And on that mega menu, you can display up to 6 posts there. Now, here you can even enable an icon for this menu. So for example, here we're selecting the recipe menu. Let's say that you want to add an icon next to recipe. You can come here and you can click on the icon, enable, and you can choose your icon or upload one that you want. But in this case, if you want to use an image icon, you have to upload your image. But in this case, I'm just going to use the icon from the icons that we have over here. And you can search. So let's search for something that has something to do with recipe. I don't think we're going to find one. Fork. There is a fork. So maybe we can use a fork. And if I click Save Menu right now, look at what's going to happen over here. If we refresh this, you're going to see that next to recipe on the left-hand side, there will be a symbol added there, right? You will be able to see the fork that we've added. I'm curious to see how this will look like, right? So let's just wait for a second. And there you go. You can see the fork. Now let's say that you want to color the fork in a different color. Let me go back to the recipe category. Let me go back over here and click on the menu icon. Scroll down and let me select a different category. This time I'm going to select a red category, Save Menu. And if I go and open up a new tab, right, visit website, right now, this should display exactly in red, and it should display at the left-hand side of the category recipe. And you can see that it does. So that's how you add an icon next to your menu. Now you can do different icons for different categories. Now let's suppose that you don't want to include these categories and that you have your own categories. Let's say that you have a category of dog food, cat food, maybe, I don't know, any kind of foods. Now you can override this by deleting these categories. You just have to click here and remove a category. And you might ask me, how do I add a new category? The answer is very simple. You just come in here to categories and you click Add to Menu. Well, not Add to Menu, I'm sorry actually. You go over here to Posts, Categories. Well, first of all, I think I'm going to have to save this. Let me just save this. And you go to Posts, Categories, right? And if I click on Categories, we should be able to see that, for instance, the recipe is a category that has subcategories. And let's go ahead and see this. Right, so here, breakfast is a category. Dinner is a category. Drink is a category. If you want to add a new category, let's say dog food. I've added it, and here you can add a slug. A slug usually is separated by this, dog food. And you can even give it a description. Like some of the categories here have a description. For that, you can come to Chatgpt. You can open up a new Chatgpt window, open up a new chat, and you can come over here at Chatgpt and you can say, hi, I want you to describe dog food very briefly. And so right now it's going to go ahead and write content for us. And I'm just going to take that content as it is. I'm going to come back and just paste it. Now, let's say that you want to add an image to a category. Now, you can't do it from here directly, but after you click Add New Category, when the category is going to be at the right-hand side here, you can come and you can click Edit. And at this particular time, you will be able to add an image, which you can go. Well, I don't see it. I don't know why, but normally we should be able to add an image. Let me come back to the categories and click on Quick Edit instead of Edit. Right? Let me go to Categories. Normally, we should be able to add images to categories. This is a little bit weird. All right, so dog food, let's click on quick edit. I see that we can't. Well, there must be something there. But anyways, let's stay on our topic. So here is how you add a category. So for instance, let's say that you want to add this category to the menu. Over here, dog food doesn't display. But let's say that you want to add it. Now you can come over here to appearance. You can click on menus. And what you can do is you can come over here, click on categories, click on search, search for dog food. Normally we should be able to find it because we've just added it, and you can click add it to menu. And right now this category will be added to menu. Now you can make it a daughter. You can create a daughter-parent relationship between categories. So for instance, over here, the category recipe, I can make street food a daughter category of recipe by doing this, by just taking it and placing it here. So right now, if I click save menu and if I go back, now street food will be not here. It will not show on the menu, but it will show under the category recipe, right? So let me refresh just to show you what I'm talking about over here. Right, so here if I click on recipe, or if I hover over it, it's taking a little bit of time to load. Let me just hover away, hover back. Maybe the internet connection is slow. I don't know what's the problem here, but normally we should be able to load this. Let me just refresh the page once more. All right, so for some weird reason it doesn't display, but no problem. Okay, so we'll just get the street food category to where it were. I'm going to click on the dog food category and remove it and save menu. Good. So right now you can see how you can manipulate your menu. One more thing is, if you click on a category here, you can see that you have 3 different blocks here. You have the mega menu category, menu badge, menu icon. If you click on the mega menu category here, you can see that you can set a limit on how many posts you can show. You can even choose what to show. So for example, let's say that on this category of recipes, you want to display breakfast. You can click and you will display stuff that has to do with breakfast. Posts that have to do with breakfast, right? You get it now? So that's how you edit your menu. I'm going to click save, and this is it. So we'll go back to the customizer and let's go ahead to widgets. Now over here, there's not really much to see on widgets. And besides, we're going to talk about them more in detail. I'm going to click on homepage settings, and over here, the homepage is set to home number 1, but you can set it up to be home number 2. It depends on which layout you want to choose to show your clients. So for instance, if you want to choose to show them layout number 2, you have to select home number 2, right? And that way, the default homepage that is going to show up is home number 2. But I prefer this as it is, but you can do something different if you like. You have 5 different layouts. You can play with each and every one of them. Over here, let's go to the layout and the background. So as for the background, you can see over here that we have this large piece of steak on the background, and we want to create something similar. So I'm going to go to Canva here. I'm going to open up a new Canva tab, and I want you to design a 2000 pixels by 2000 pixels image. Well, actually, we're not going to design it. We're just going to go ahead and find a steak image, and we're going to download it. I have my 2000 pixels by 2000 pixels image. I'm going to go to Elements over here and look for a steak image. Now, if you can't use Canva, or at least if you find no free Canva images to use, because here on Canva, the images with this pro icon are only for pro users. So for you, for example, you can only use these images without the pro tag on them. But still, there are some pretty awesome images over here that I see without the tag. For example, this one, we have this one is pretty awesome as well, and it's free. And so there are some good free images out there that you can use. For example, this steak, it's also for free, even though it's not cooked. But if you don't want to use Canva, you can go and use websites like Pixabay. Let me go and show you. So, for example, but even though Pixabay, in my opinion, kind of sucks because it also doesn't really offer a wide variety of images that you can choose from, to be honest with you. But you can still go and use it. You can go to Pixabay, log in, search for steak. You'll find some high quality images there taken by professional photographers. Now, to upload the logo, I only have to click here on the header desktop option. And you can see over here we have the logo. I can click on it. I already went and designed a logo using Canva. So this is my logo. I've downloaded it. So I can come back here and I can click. I can change this image by uploading the file from the computer. All right, so let me go back here. Let me just fetch the logo from the computer. There you go. And let me just add it. Now the first logo, I designed it with a hamburger, but I'm not quite convinced of it. I don't like it. I'm going to use this one here with a steak. Now, for the Retina logo, we can't use the same logo because the Retina logo needs to be twice as much in size as the normal logo. So I'm going to click. This is the size. It should be 520 by 262 pixels. So I'm going to come back over here and resize this to 520 by 262 pixels. Copy and resize. And that's it. But I still have to download it. So let me go ahead over here and click on download this lovely logo. And we can use it here, right? We can use it as our Retina logo, right? Let me just wait for a second here. I'm going to click, go back, download, transparent background, download. There you go. Let me go back over here, click on upload files, select my file, and let me just download it. So here we go. Let me click here on the logo. Steak icon, 261, 131. Pretty awesome. And let me just upload this logo. I think it looks pretty cool. So the rest, I'm just going to be repeating myself. So I need to do this for all of these. I'm going to click this one as well. Now that we have them on the media library, it would be much easier. So I'm just going to have to choose them. Make sure that the Retina logo is twice the size of the normal logo. So don't select the same logo for both. One should be 261, the other should be 520. So here, let's do the same. Now these are the logos for mobile and for tablet, because you can make your logo for mobile different than the one that you use for desktop, different than the one that you use for tablet. That's how good this theme is, by the way. So if you're wondering about that. So here, let me click on this as well. Scroll down. Let me click. So this is a logo that will be applied on dark mode. But since our logo is already transparent, so it will work on dark mode, similar to how it will work on any kind of mode. It's not going to affect anything. Let me keep scrolling down. So this one is the logo on mobile. Let me click. Let me change this. Let me scroll down. Let me click here as well. So it's just a repeat operation. We're just repeating the same kind of stuff. Let me scroll down over here and let me click. Let me just change my logo for this one as well. Click here, scroll down, click here, Retina. This one is my Retina. Choose, and that's it. So right now we have modified the logo of the website. We're set. So here, there's a bunch of stuff which is not really that important. But what I want you to do is, I want you to click and choose from here. We have the search icon. I'm going to click it, put it here. Right, so right now it's going to display right there, which is pretty cool. So we have a logo, we have a search icon, we have our menu, everything is set. Let me go out. And let's go and edit the footer right now. I'm going to click on the footer layout. I'm just going to make it very basic. So here's my footer layout. And if I scroll down here, let me click out of this. Let me scroll down to the bottom. This is how the footer looks like. It looks a little bit it doesn't really look like a steak website or like a meaty website. So I'm going to go to footer options here. I feel like I need to change the background to match the color. I need to change the background to something that looks a little bit more reddish. So if I scroll down over here, you can see that we have all these options. I'm going to click the background color, which is what I'm most interested in. I'm going to change it to red. And here, the text color, let's change it to white. Right, we want the text color to be white, completely white. Widget title color, let's click. Let's also change it to white. Scroll down. Link hover color. So these ones I think are good. Link hover color, let's click. Let's change them to white. These ones should change. Button text color. Okay, so let's just try this. Input text color. Now we can change everything later, or we can repurpose everything later. Widget tag color. These ones actually are not satisfying. Copyright color, I can just change it to white as well. This is the copyright, it's not changing. Right, so I think we're really messed up a little bit here. Copyright link color, social icon color. The social icons are here. I feel like if we change them, it's going to make them look a little bit weird. Maybe we can change them to red. Right, let's just click on social icon color. Right, they look red right now. Social icon hover color, let's make them a little light red. So they're red, but not that red. And over here, I think we need to change something. The link color here is this. So if I change it to blue, for instance, it still doesn't really look that cool. Right, so let's maybe lower the tone a little bit down. I think this way, this will look a little bit better, right? So if we hover over this, they still don't really appear. So, okay, so if I scroll down here, we might have done something. Link hover color, we've made it transparent. I think that's the mistake. So if I make it red all the way, link hover color. So if I hover over it right now, it's red. It's pretty cool. And I think this is pretty cool, right? Except for the buttons, button text color. I think it should be black. Let me take it here. Right, input form background. Let's look at this. Okay, so let's just change this to white. See now. Click, go back. All right, so I'm going to leave it like this. Click on publish. Let me close this one down. And right now we have edited the footer and the header, right? So let's go ahead right now and let's edit the single post. But first of all, let me click here to go out to the home page. And then I know I'm going to do the same thing, but we need to place some ads, because if we go back to our dummy website over here, you can see that we have placed ads over here and ads over here. All right, so I'm going to show you how you can place some ads all over the website, all right, so that you can get some clicks there. So right now, let's go ahead and take care of advertisement. So if I scroll down over here, you can see Jnews advertisement option. Click on that, right? Header ads, click on header ads, right? And so right now, let me show you the magic on how to place ads and make some money. So over here, if you want to enable above header advertisement, just like I did with this website, this is how you do it. Just check this box over here, click on script code, and you should be signed up in an affiliate program. Now here I have an affiliate program that I'm signed up for, and for which they gave me some script to use for my links. Now over here, the script code is this. So it's just a basic HTML code. If I copy it, if I come back over here, notice that I have checked strict script code over here, right? So I'm going to click script code and then paste my code. So if I paste my code, you can see that the ad is going to show in a matter of seconds. Right, the ad is showing there. I'm going to scroll down, and this looks a little ugly, so I'm going to check this box to show the advertisement right underneath it. Not because I'm so keen on showing the word advertisement, but just because I want to place a little bit of space between the top and the bottom. All right, so I'm going to scroll down over here, so you can enable header advertisement. So this will also, I think, look a little bit weird. So if I go right now, I can place another type of ad, a different type of ads, which is image ads. So I can go to image ads. there is an ad already placed in here, but I feel like I'm going to have to go and find another image. So I'm going to go to App Impact. I'm going to go to my creatives. All right, let me scroll down. All right, so here we are on App Impact. I have all my creatives here that are offered to me by the programs that I'm promoting as an affiliate. I like this kind of ad over here, so I'm going to click on it. Now I can copy the ad code, which is convenient, but I can also download an image. So I can download this as an image, a banner ad image, and I can come in here and I can click, change this image. I'm going to upload my image from the computer. Still, this won't show as an ad, but I'm going to show you how you can solve this. Let's first of all upload the image. Now the image is being uploaded, right? And let me choose image. Now, a thing I need to explain here is with the script code ads, your affiliate link is already integrated on the ad. So if somebody clicks here, they're going to be taken to your affiliate link, and if they make a purchase, you make a commission. But that's in case of a script code. In case of an image ad, an ad that you add as an image by yourself, you will have to add your advertisement link or affiliate link over here. So I'm going to go and fetch my affiliate link by coming back over here. All right, so there's my affiliate link. I can copy it and I can scroll down over here and I can just paste my affiliate link right here. And you can see that my affiliate link was now pasted and I can publish. Now, if I scroll down over here below header advertisement, you can place a header below over here. But let me just show you another thing here. So if I go out again, and if I go to header option, I can come in here and I can take an advertisement and place it here. And so right now you can see that we have an advertisement right on the menu. It looks ugly a bit, I would assume. So that's why I would remove it. And I would go back to Jnews advertisements. And I would just remove this image, disable this one, and I would enable below header advertisement by clicking enable below. This time I'm going to change the script a bit. I'm going to use my script code. First of all, let me go to my creatives. Let me get the script code. You can use an image, but just make sure that you add your advertisement link, because otherwise if people don't see your advertisement or don't click on your advertisement link, you won't make any money as an affiliate. So here, this time I'm going to choose this image. I'm going to go to add code, copy code. Code is now copied to clipboard. I can come back here, paste my code, and that's it. So if I publish, you can see that right now my ad is going to display underneath the menu, not with the menu. So now I can take my search icon and place it here safely, and it will be in the same line, as my main menu, right? And I can take my main menu and place it here, even though it's going to look a little bit cramped up. Just have a look at this right now. It's going to cramp up. But I'm just curious to see what it looks like. I think it looks pretty cool, right? I'm going to keep it there. So right now I have placed my ads. So I've placed my ads on the header. And now let me go ahead and show you how you can place your ads inside of a blog, inside of all your blogs. So over here, let me go to single post option. I want to go to related posts option here because I'm interested to show related posts inside of a post. Then we're going to come back and show you how to place ads inside. But first of all, let's start with this. Let me click on this particular post. Let me close this. And I want you to show related posts inside of the blog, all right? So that's a very, very handy trick. So people reading your blog can find related posts inside of a blog. And so if they're interested with other blogs, they can click on them. So here, if I click show related posts, they're offering me different styles over here. But if I scroll down, where is the related post? It should be somewhere here. Right, it doesn't really look there, but let me just keep this as style number 5, number of posts, right? It's not showing for some reason. Let me just keep scrolling down a bit here, scroll up, 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 up. It should show somewhere. Now here, pagination, let's click on load more. Still not showing. Number of posts, 6. Include into unique content group. All right, so here, right, I think there's an issue here for some reason. Let me publish first. But normally I should be able to see related posts inside of this article, but for some reason they're not there. Let me just scroll down here. All right, so I'm going to click show inline related posts. This may solve the issue, right? So I think this will solve the issue. And so right now, if I scroll down, let me just see, up, up, up. All right, so now they're showing, except for they're taking space and they're invading the space. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click on full width related posts to make them full width. I'm going to scroll down some more. I'm going to keep this style, but I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to choose this style over here. And I want to show just 4. I want to limit the number of related posts to 4. And this is how you show related posts inside of a blog, which makes it really wonderful. Now, if I scroll down to the bottom here, I can see some related posts in here, which are related to this. And I think this is pretty cool. So if I go out, publish, I think we've dealt with that now. So let me scroll down over here to advertisement options. Let me go to article ads, ads that are shown inside of an article. And here I'm going to enable above article. Well, if you enable above article, it's going to look a little bit cramped up with this ad over here. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to enable top content instead. So right now the ad is going to be enabled over here. And this is where a little bit of work will come in because you need to change this. Right, so I can scroll down here. I'm going to use the script code. I hope that I still have the script code on me, which is pretty cool. I still have. Right, I can add this particular ad over here. And I can scroll down. I can enable inline content. So you're limited to show only 3 inline ads inside of your content, plus the ad that you can show on top of the content. So here, if I enable inline content 1 advertisement, I can go and paste my script code again over here. But here you have a choice where you want to show your ad. Now here the ad is going to show after paragraph 3. But you can show it after paragraph 5 if you want, right? So after paragraph 5, the ad is going to show. Now if you decide to show another ad, you can click show or enable inline content to advertisement. And you can go and get another code for another ad. Maybe this time, let's just change the ad. Let's look for this particular one. Let's click on this one, ad code. I'm going to click on the ad code, copy. Let me go back, script code, scroll down, paste. And I want it to show after paragraph number maybe 10 or something, 9, okay. So right now, if I scroll down, after paragraph 9, this ad is going to show. Right, so you can see it here. So it's a little bit of making this stuff a little bit different, you know, not using the same type of ad, banner ads all along. And I'm going to scroll down over here and show the ads at the end below article. I'm going to use script code. For this one, I prefer banner ads. So I'm going to go for a banner ad. Let me just go and get some banner ads here. I think this one is cool. I'm going to copy the ad code on this one, copy, go back, paste, and publish. So if I scroll down, right, it should show, right, show below article advertisement text, below article. Now, it says that it should show below article, but all right, so here it is. That's pretty cool. Now, hide inline article ads, well, no, like hell. We're not going to hide them. That's how we make our money. So we're just going to keep them. So I'm going to click on publish. And here you can even show ads on categories. You can show them on the site feed. You can show them. You can decide where to show them on mobile. Now, generally speaking, mobile ads, if you're working in CPA, cost per ads, especially movie websites, that have movies in them, they make a lot of money from CPA advertising by putting as many ads as they can. And people are just, you know, that when they click, whenever they click, the websites are engineered so that people can click and go to an ad. So you find yourself and you end up clicking on 60 ads in one session. You can just imagine how much money they're making from CPA advertisement. Now here, I'm not going to enable ads on mobile. And this is how you display ads on your website. So I think right now we have pretty much wrapped up about this. So next I'm going to go and explain to you how you can change these social icons and how you can manipulate how the number of times that a post was shared, was viewed, and how you can even add more social media icons over here quickly. And then we'll go and I'll show you how you can write a high quality blog post using Chatgpt without knowing anything about SEO. Now, I can show you how you can manipulate this ad later from the widgets section, but right here, let's go ahead and access the social, like, and view. Click here. Now over here, if I click social bar, view, and like, here we're talking about this particular post. Now, if you want to access different posts, you have to click on different posts by going back to the home page and by accessing the post in question and by clicking on it. That and only then will you be able to change the data regarding that specific post. So if I click this one, right now we're talking for this specific post that I just clicked on, right? So if I scroll down over here, you can see that this applies for the sharing buttons. We have Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and we have this bar over here, which is the secondary share network. You can add more to the secondary share network apart from, of course, LinkedIn and Pinterest. So I can choose from the network. Let me choose Twitter. Now, Twitter is already there, so I'm just going to go with maybe Telegram. Right. So right now, as a third secondary share network, we have this one here, Telegram. Now, if I want to add more than just Facebook and Twitter and Google+, I can click this plus button over here and I can choose. Maybe let's say you want to share this on Reddit. You can click and you can see over here Reddit is displaying. Now, if I scroll down some more, you can see the social share threshold. So here, if this post is shared by 0 or more than 0, then the number of shares will be shown or displayed over here. So for instance, if I make this 750, notice what's going to happen. The number of actual shares is going to disappear because 740, which was the previous number of shares according to the number of views, is inferior to the number that I set as a threshold. So now, if this post acquires 750 shares or more, then the number of shares is going to be displayed over here. So I'm going to get this back to 0. And let me keep scrolling down. So over here, the initial view count is set to 3,500. But like I said, you can fake this. You can make it 15,000, right? And so you can see now that it will be 15,000. You can see that the number of social shares actually changed. It's because the number of social shares is proportionately linked to the number of views according to this. Because for every share, for every view, there's supposed to be 0.21 shares, which is basically 21% multiplied by 15,000. It will give you the number of shares. Now you can set this up differently. You can say that 43% of people that view your posts actually do share your posts. Or you can set it up lower. You can say only 9% do share your posts. Now here, the like percentage, you can see over here that 473 people actually like this. Well, that's because here we have set the like percentage to be 14%. Let's say that everybody that watched has liked your post. If you set this up to 100%, then you can see there it's not quite 15,000% because they have set this up to be more realistic. They have set this up to be 94%. You can't exceed 94% of likes, which is even more than not realistic. So, but you're gonna make do with that. So here, I'm just gonna lower this value down. Let me go out here. Social icon. Now here on the social icons, we have these social icons down below. We have Facebook, Twitter, Google+, this one here that I don't know of. But here you can add links. Here they have added the default Facebook link, but you can add your own Facebook page or your own Facebook group or your own Facebook whatever, your own profile. Here for the social icon number 2, we have Twitter. You can add your Twitter link. You can add your Google link, Google+, that is. You can add your VQ link. You can add your RSS. Now, RSS is actually very important because people download your RSS and because they want to get the news of what you're posting, especially if they like what you post. Now here, I'm just going to go ahead and add YouTube. You can click the plus button over there and add YouTube. Normally, it should show quite quickly over here. There it is. And you can add your own YouTube URL so that when people click on the YouTube icon, they will be directed to your YouTube channel. So I think this is pretty good. Now here is social select and share. Let me scroll up. Now it is enabled. And I think the other stuff is not really interesting to talk about. So right now that we have mentioned all of this, I think that we've already covered everything you need to know. Apart, of course, from the fonts. Now, the fonts of the website are set to default fonts. I think they're set to Roboto, but you can set the fonts differently if you like, right? You can come in here and you can change the fonts. So for example, here, the body font is set to Poppins. You can set it up to be ABZ, and you'll notice changes in the font. I'm going to get it back to Poppins. I think Poppins looks better. And you can change the font size of the body here to maybe 20. So if I change it to 20, look at what's going to happen. It's going to grow bigger. Now I'll get it back to 13, which was the initial font. And here, header font. Now the header is the header of the post. You can change the family of the header. You can change the size of it. But I highly recommend you to keep stuff just like it is. You can even change the menus font. For example, if you don't like the menu font, if I scroll up, main menu font, you can come in here and you can assign a different font to the menu. But I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to click on publish. I'm going to go back. You can even here control or link Google Fonts to your account, for which you have to go and get the API. And they're making it easier for you. You can just click this link and go and follow the process and get the Google Font API and come back and place it there. And you will be able to use Google Fonts as well. But I think this will be all for the customizer. We've talked about it enough. And so now let me go ahead and show you how you can build a blog post from scratch using Chatgpt about the topic of food without knowing anything about food. So let's suppose that you want to become an Amazon affiliate and that you want to promote some Amazon grills or some grills. Now you can come to Amazon, and my advice to you is to pick the best, not the best, but the priciest one of them. Because if you're going to be an affiliate for a product that is worth $64, how much can you really make from that? Maybe 5% or 10% at the most. So you're only going to be making $6 every time someone purchases this through your affiliate link. So this is why you need to go and promote stuff that is really, really expensive, just so that you can make a decent commission. So for instance, this one here caught my eye, even though it has some really bad ratings over there. But I'm just going to go, and let's say that I want to promote this product, right? I'm going to open up a Chatgpt window, and I want you to go to Google first and install an extension related to Chatgpt that will enable you to benefit from 1,330 ready prompts. So if I go over here, I want you to search for IRPM and IRPM for Chatgpt. Go ahead and install that. I already have it installed, and this is how it looks like on Chatgpt. Now you can just come here to Google Web Store and click add the extension. That will be all, and you'll be able to install the extension. Now over here, I'm on Chatgpt. Let me just refresh. I have Chatgpt Plus, by the way. Well, I think I need to update. Well, because I remember I paid for it not so long ago, but I don't know if I still need to update. But anyways, I'm on Chatgpt Plus, and you can see over here that we have, to this point, well, just a moment ago I saw this. It was 1,330. So right now you have 1,487 prompts. Let me just give you a clue what these prompts do. For example, let's say that you want to write an ebook. All right. You can come here, you can select a prompt to write an ebook. Right. Next, let's see, because there are different prompts over here. Rewrite article, content writer, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Let me go to the top. Let me search for ebook. Right. Ebook, create high converting Facebook ad copy, YouTube script. Perfect, right? So here, Amazon ebook description writer, ebook one-click creator. This is the one I'm looking for. So let's say that you want to write an ebook about steaks, right? Just adding the keyword juicy, ribeye, Wagyu steaks. And it's going to go ahead and write a juicy, it's going to write the ebook. All right, so you can see over here, it has written the introduction, the table of contents. It has written the chapter number 1, chapter number 2, and it's writing an entire ebook, right? And so with one click, you can write an ebook, but we're not interested in that. So I'm going to click on New Chat. I'm just showing you the capabilities of Chatgpt. And over here, I'm more interested in writing a single blog post. So I'm going to click on this one over here, fully SEO optimized article, including facts. And I'm going to take this particular Amazon, what do they call this? Right, this grill, right? I'm going to go back here and I'm going to say, I want you to write an affiliate post or article to sell the following. I didn't write the stop. All right, so I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so right now, let's see, title, meta description. So it's writing everything really. You don't really need to do anything. So now I want you to go back to the WordPress dashboard. Now that we've finished with this, just make sure that you click on publish because you don't want to leave before you click on publish. You want to publish your stuff so that you don't lose it. Okay. So I'm going to go out to the dashboard and I want to add a new post. Now here it already gave me the title for this post. So I'm going to use this. But the thing here is it's not using any headers, right? It's not using H1s and H2s and H3s. I'm going to say rewrite the article with headers from H1 to H6 and put the number of the header at the left hand side of each header. There you go. So right now, if I scroll to the top, well, if I go back here, I'm going to go to the dashboard and add a new post. So I'm also going to be showing you how you can use Elementor to manipulate your way around this. Right, but just give me a moment or wait a moment. Just like Boga in that video. Wait a moment. And so I'm going to go back here, click posts, add new. I'm going to add a new post and we're going to go back here. Let's see if Chatgpt has written this. Let me scroll down and see. Right, so it has written this, but it's just the problem is... Okay, so yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Now it just understood what I wanted to do. So I'm going to take, this is the title. The title is an H1 usually, and normally there could be only one H1. You can't use more than one H1, right? Every blog post only has one H1. And so this is our H1, which is the title. And I'm going to go back and just copy the rest. I'm going to copy all of it with the conclusion. Now we can add an FAQ. I can ask Chatgpt to create an FAQ for me. Right, but I'm more interested to show you how you can add reviews. But here you can see this one here, we can make it, we can turn this into a heading, but first off, I'm gonna have to remove this stuff. I'm gonna click this, and this one here, I'm going to make it into a heading number 2. This one, I'm gonna make it into heading number 3. Let's just go back a little bit, click, heading, and make sure that you select the type of heading that you want. So heading number 3, this one here as well should be, I think this one should be a heading number 4 if you want my opinion. So I'm going to click heading because it's a subheading, right? So I'm going to add it as a heading number 4. This one here, I'm going to make it into a heading number 4 as well. So I'm just doing this. It's just repeating the same operation, adding some headings because a blog post is composed of headings. So you should pay careful attention to that. Now we still haven't installed a very, very important plugin, which will enable us to connect to Google Search Console and Google Analytics. And not only that, it will enable us to optimize our blog post for SEO. But let's first of all add the content, then we'll go ahead and install the plugin. So here I'm going to click on heading, heading number 4, scroll down, do the same thing for this one here. This one should also be a heading number 4, if you know what I mean. Click here, heading, click H4. Now this one here, I'm going to make it into an H3. H3, remove this, and this one here I'm going to remove. So I'm just repurposing the content. Click this one, click, and click. So heading number 4, scroll down, come here, click, change this to heading number 4. So I'm just repeating the work over here. Might seem boring, but this is mostly a copywriter's job. That's why copywriters used to get paid a lot before Chatgpt. Not saying that they're not getting paid as much, but the copywriting field is dying slowly but surely with Chatgpt. It's really awful that Chatgpt has taken so much, but my opinion is that it should be used as a weapon. And copywriters should be more entrepreneurs than freelancers. So they should be more interested in creating content rather than selling their own words, because that is just the employee mindset. There's nothing really fancy about that, right? So here, this is a question. I'm going to turn this, just make it bold. Make this one here bold as well. Make all of them bold. I thought it didn't add the FAQ, but it really did. So I don't think there's any reason for me to tell it to add it. Now the conclusion is an H6 as per usual. I'm going to transform it into an H6. Click. Change it to H6, and that's it. Now we have our post. Let's publish it. Now another thing you should know about this, which is the Gutenberg editor, is that it can edit posts, but also you can publish your posts based on a calendar. Now, let's say, for example, that you want to publish this post on the date of, I don't know, you want to publish it on the 11th of this month of March. You can click March 11th, and you can come in here and update. So right now, this particular post will not be published immediately, but it will be published on March 11th. Now, I don't want to publish it on March 11th, so I'll get it back to what it was and publish again. And I'll show you another interesting feature of this is that you can make your post public, you can make it private, and you can even protect it using a password. You can give this post a password that you can only share with people that you know. So you can assign a password to it, and only the people with the password will be able to access the blog post. So if I click here on posts, you can make this post your top blog, right? You can make it your top blog if you want. But I'm just going to update. I'm going to stick it at the top of the blog. Here you can control who the author of this post is. Now, like I showed you, we only have one author, but if you want to add more authors, go back to the beginning of the course where I showed you how you can add more than just one user on your dashboard, and you can assign tasks to different users. And that's how you do it. Now over here, we need to add a featured image. You can add tags. You can assign a category to this. So if I click on categories, we have different categories over here. So for instance, maybe I can assign this to the category of restaurant. And let's uncheck the uncategorized and update. So right now, this will be shown in the category of restaurant. Now let me scroll down. Now tags used to be really cool in the past. They used to be an influencing SEO factor when it came to SEO, but right now they're not so much. That's why I'm not interested in them. And here you can make, for instance, if you want to take a piece of text or an introduction, if you want to change its color, you can come in here, make sure that you select it, come in here and change the color of it. For instance, I can change this one to blue, and if I uncheck or unclick, you can see that it changed to blue. So I can make the introduction blue and the rest of the text I can make it in a different color. Now I can even give this a background. I can click, I can go to background, I can give it a red background if I want. You can see how this looks. Awful. So I'm going to go back by clicking. You can always go back by clicking here. And so right now I think we've done this, but we're going to have to go and install Rank Math and then optimize this article for SEO. There's still some retouches that we need to do, so just stay tuned for that. All right, so I highly recommend you to keep this window open, make sure that you update, and open up the dashboard in a new tab, all right? So I'm going to open up the dashboard, and let me go and take you and show you how you can install this plugin known as Rank Math. So here I'm going to go to Plugins, scroll down, hover over Plugin, click on Add New, and let me search for the infamous Rank Math. So here, Rank Math. And it's a plugin that is used to optimize for SEO and to connect your website to Google Analytics and Google Search Console. So over here, I'm going to click on Install Now to install this particular plugin. And let's activate this. The process is very easy to connect your website to Google Search Console and Google Analytics. Analytics and console are pretty important, especially analytics, because it enables you to see just how many people visit your website. You can see how many people view your website every day, and that will help you keep your eye on your KPIs and improve your website for visitors. You can see that it is taking a little bit of time. Some things that you need to take attention to when selecting a plugin or when downloading a plugin is, or are, how many people have actually installed the plugin, and is it compatible with your version of WordPress? And when was it last updated? For example, this one here was only installed by 2,000 people, only has 2 reviews, and it untested with your version of WordPress, and it was last updated 9 months ago. Those are all the red flags for a bad plugin that is filled with holes or loopholes that hackers can easily use to hack into your website. So a plugin needs to be updated regularly so that it stays up to date with the most recent security tips, and it should be used by many people. And here you can see that this plugin has the complete package. It's 5 stars, 5,000 reviews, close to 5,500 reviews, and it's compatible with your version of WordPress. So just click activate on that, and let's use this plugin. So right now let's get right to it, and let's go ahead and connect the website with Google Search Console and Google Analytics. So here, click on Connect. Right, so let's just wait for a second here. Now, if you skip all of this, it's not going to work, but I'm going to click on OK, Activate Now. Over here, I want you to scroll down, click on Start Wizard. Now, make sure that you select what your blog is about. Here, for example, I selected it's a personal blog, the website name, all of the rest of the stuff. Now here, you can select the logo for Google. Now I prefer to select my own logo that I have. This one is, I'm going to use the Retina logo because it's bigger. Now here, minimum size 112 by 112. I can see here the problem is that the logo doesn't display well. So I'm going to add the other logo, which is smaller. And this time it displays pretty good. Now here, default social share is what they would show when someone is sharing your post on social media for a particular blog that does not have a featured image. So for example, if a blog on your website doesn't have a featured image, they will show the image that you put in here as the default image for that blog post that doesn't have a featured image. I hope that you get it. Now over here, it's 1,200 pixels by 630. So I'm going to go and I'm going to get this design on Canva. I'm going to go and open up a new tab, make it 1,200 by 630, and I'm going to create a new design. And it's very easy, actually. I'm going to scroll down right now to Elements. I'm going to go and look for something that has to do with stakes, because my website is filled with stakes. And I'm going to go and I'm just going to go ahead. I like this one, fork and knife, pretty good. Set image as background, and let me just download this. And this will be my default social share image. All right, so I'm going to add or upload upload files, select. I'm just going to select my file from here. There you go. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Let me go back. And when you try to go fast, you usually are going to go much slower. Trust me on that. So just stay chill. This is the image. All right, let's open it up. And this is the one that we're going to use. Now, we're not done yet. Stay patient. There's not much left in the course, by the way, but stay chill. Now, let's wait for a second here until the image is added. All right, so image is now added. I'm going to click use this file, and I'm going to scroll down, click save and continue. Pretty awesome. There's not much left. Now here I'm going to click connect Google services. Now you can skip this, but I'm just going to click connect Google services, select your Gmail account, allow. And here select your website. So here I'm going to select the website as Food Hungry. I have to click it first. It doesn't click for some reason. All right, it's just loading. All right, so I'm going to select food. It doesn't display, but normally it should display over here, and you should select the website with the exact domain name. Here, select your Google Analytics account. I'm going to select this one because this is my property on Google Analytics, and scroll down over here and click Save Continue. This page doesn't really need to have anything changed, so just click Save and Continue and move on. And over here as well, click Save and Continue. So here, they're going to prompt you to set up advanced options, but I'm just going to prompt you to click on Return to Dashboard. No need for you to continue doing any more stuff. We've finished setting up the plugin. So right now that the plugin is set, pretty cool. You can actually set this one. It's pretty cool. It's a 401 monitor, a 404 monitor. Now 404 links are pretty awful because they send people to a broken link where nothing exists. And that's awful. So this particular widget or whatever, or module, will enable you to particularly handle that side. So I want it to be activated. But now let me go back to my post. Let me click on refresh the entire page. And notice that the setup is going to change a bit because we have installed Rank Math. So we're going to be able to see a slightly different Gutenberg than the older Gutenberg. So over here, we can see the SEO score. It's 0. So I'm going to click over here. No, it's not 0. It's actually 5. And so here, I want my focus key phrase to be a steak grill. So I want people searching for a steak grill to find my post. That's why I'm going to use steak grill as my focus keyword. And I want to place my focus keyword in here. Right after I place my focus keyword, my SEO score jumped to 63 because my steak or steak grill is used inside of the post regularly. Now here, I can take this steak grill and I can link it. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to click in here and I want to add a link. And the link, you guessed it, I want to add a link to this Amazon product. Now, if you're not an Amazon affiliate, you won't be able to generate the Amazon affiliate link for this. But because I'm an Amazon affiliate, I can click Get Link from here. And that will give me a text link. This one. I can copy it. And every time somebody purchases this product through my affiliate link, I get to make a commission. Now here, I'm going to click Open in a new tab because I want this link to be opened in a new tab when people click it. Because if they click out and it opens up in a tab inside of your website, people are going to leave your website, and there is no seeing, or there's no I would say, let's click. All right. I don't know why it didn't add. All right, this actually sucks. But normally this should be easier. I'm going to take this one here, try with this one. Click. Let's add the link for this steak grill as well. All right, it doesn't work. Well, that sucks. Well, anyways, I think I have a bug. Might resolve that later, but in your case, it should be just fine, right? So just deal with it. Now over here, you can see that our SEO score jumped to 69, which is pretty cool. Now you can make this post a pillar content, which means that this post will show as your pillar post. Now right here, I'm going to click on update and I'm going to scroll down because there's more that we can do. But first of all here, click on edit snippet. We want to add a meta description. Now over here on the permalink, you can see that the permalink is 102 on 75. It should be normally 75 max. So instead of the perfect companion, let's remove the perfect companion and the rest of this stuff. Camplex propane, infrated steak grill. Now instead of infrated, I don't think people are going to be looking for infrated. But so I'm going to make it that way. And you can see that right now the score is jumped from 69 to 72. And here on the description, I'm going to go and I'm going to ask Chatgpt to write a description for the blog post. I'm going to ask it to make it no less or no more than 160 characters because here, this is the limit. And I'm going to ask it to integrate steak grill. All right, I'm going to say, I want you to write the meta description for the blog post and make it no more than 160 characters long and integrate the word steak grill. Okay, so right now it's going to go ahead and write it. I hope this is not more than 160 characters because sometimes Chatgpt might not get it right. So yeah, it got it right. So I think it's pretty cool. So right now our score should jump. I don't know why it didn't, but it should improve. But anyways, let's go out. And these elements that we've added, you can see the preview over here. And this is what people will be able to see when they're searching for your website on search engines on Google. This is the URL. This is the title of the page. And this is the description that we've added. And here, I think that this description has steak grills in it. I'm going to remove the S and go out. Let me go out here and let me scroll down. Now here, content is 473 words long. All right, so I think we need to add more content. So I'm going to go to Chatgpt and say, can you write a 200 words more of the blog post? And it's going to go ahead and write more. Right, and this I'm going to add it to the conclusion because I think this will complement the conclusion. And this will make our blog post bigger. And the bigger it gets, the better it is. So it actually has written the content right now. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to just paste it here. And you can see right now our SEO score has jumped to 74. And I can scroll down, additional, add an image with your focus keyword as an alt text. So the image, let's go and let's add a blog image over here. Let's go to Canva. Now I have this image over here. I'm going to add a different one. Now let's go and try to find grill. Something that has to do with grill because we have a blog post that's promoting grills. Now over here we have this. I like it because there's a person using the grill. Set image as background. And let me download this. And I'm going to make this as my hero image. Now, in order to make this as your hero image, click on the wheel, click on post, scroll down, click set featured image, go to upload files, click on select files, and we should be good to go. So here I'm going to scroll up. Let me get my image of the man handling the grill. Click on this man handling the grill, select him, and there you go. I have my man on the grill. I'm just going to go ahead and wait for the image to be uploaded first. Right, so we have our image. I'm going to set it as featured image. There you go. But we need to add a alt text to it. Right, so the featured image was set. Let me click on the featured image. I don't know why it doesn't show. Let me click set, go back. It didn't show even though we've added it. Maybe there's a connection problem here. And over here, I want to add steak grill as an alt text because that will improve the SEO. You can see SEO now is 75. I can click here and go back to see what more can we do to improve this. Add an image with your focus keyword as an alt text. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. And here, I'm going to add a plus button. I'm going to go to images. And I'm going to upload, or not upload. Actually, let's just use the media library for once. And let's use one of those images. So I'm going to use this one. Looks pretty cool, but it's not quite large. It's actually very large. But let's just add it and see what it looks like. Right, so we can see it here. We can maybe make it a little smaller, like this. And I can go here to the elements, and I can add an alt text, steak grill, including the keyword there. You can see it improve the SEO. So I can click rank math, go back, additional. Let me see, we couldn't find any internal links. All right, so there are no internal links over here. So I can go to my website and I can get any one of the blog posts, but just make sure that the internal link or the link that the post that you're linking to is actually relevant to the post that you're linking from, right? So you can't link to grills from a grill post about grills to a post about candy. Has nothing to do with it. So make sure that your links are relevant, because if Google finds out that you're just linking to whatever posts, it just will hurt your SEO and you won't be ranked as well. You'll be considered as a spammer, because that's a black hat SEO tactic that was used by spammers for a long time ago. Now here I'm going to use a black hat SEO tactic because I just want to show you how you can add a link or an internal link. So here I can take any word. You can take any word and you can add your link. Click here and your link was added. So here it jumped up to 83. Now here they're showing you that you can use Content AI to optimize the posts. There's no need for me to use Content AI. Readability, your SEO title doesn't contain a number. Let's go ahead here, add 2023. Content readability, right, you're using short paragraph. You don't seem to have a table of contents. Okay, let's add a table of contents. I'm going to add it right after the introduction by clicking here. Let's go to table. And boom, you have a table of contents here. Now you can take your table of contents, you can go in here, you can add a background to it. I'm going to click my table of contents. Right. Should be able to click it. And I want to change the background of this to a little bit bluish. Not that blue. And what I can do, I can actually take this table of content and I can turn it into a reusable block, and I can name it TOC, so that next, whenever I want to use the similar table of contents, I can use the same one with pretty much the same background as this. So right now we have an entirely optimized SEO article, 86 on a scale of 100. And I don't think we can make it really any better. Now, unless if we scroll down, there are some more elements that I want to show you about this theme, is that over here at the bottom, you can add food recipes. So for instance, if I take this post, inside of the post, you can see that there are some food recipes. There is this recipe. You can add the same stuff here. But since this is a post about affiliate marketing, about grills, I can't actually add a food recipe. But if you want to do that, you can click enable, and you can give your food recipe a title. You can give it a description, serving size, how many time it will take for it to cook. Similar to here, serves 2 people, cooking time 15 minutes, and you can even give it a level. And here you can come and you can add your ingredients. You can add your ingredients over here, kind of like the same thing they did over here. These are the ingredients, and you can come, you can add your ingredients. And anytime you have another ingredient that you want to add, you can click the plus button and you can add your ingredients. You can even add instructions, much like here they've added instructions. So you can add the instructions. And the beautiful thing about this is that Chatgpt can write everything for you. I can go to Chatgpt right now. I can ask it, hi, can you please write me a description or a recipe on how to basically cook a steak. I want a recipe on how to cook a steak. And look at what it's going to do. You can see it actually has written to you the ingredients, and not only the ingredients, but at the same time the instructions. So pretty much it gave you everything you need to do to add here so that you can add basically your recipes. Now, if I scroll down, you can see here Facebook social meta, Twitter social meta. Here is, for instance, let's say that you want to add a different title for Facebook for this post. You can come in here and add the title that you want to add if you want the title to be different when people share your post on Facebook. Now, if you want to add a different description than the description that we've added, On Facebook, you can do the same. You can change the image. For instance, here, the image that we have added is this. But let's say, for example, that you don't want to show this image on Facebook when people share it on Facebook, but you want to show a different image. You can do that simply by changing the image over here. Now here, you can override the view counter, which I'm not interested to do, but you can override it from here. And here are some general settings I highly recommend you to explore. You can add a video. For example, let's say that you want to add a video of a grill. You can come here to YouTube. Let's go, as a matter of fact, right now to YouTube and let me search for a video about a grill. All right, so I've just searched for a grill over here. I don't want shorts. I want a video, an actual video. So I'm going to click on this video over here. And I'm going to take the link, copy. I'm going to go back. And I'm just going to paste this link over here. So normally if I scroll up, well, I don't think I can see it here, but if I scroll up, I can see it. So here, overall default templates, these ones are not really interested. Apart from the trending post here, you can set this one to be your trending post. You can do that. And apart from that, I think we've done pretty fantastic. So right now, if I preview my post, let me show you how this will look like on an actual preview. And this is exactly how people are going to be able to see your post. This is how it's going to look. It's perfectly optimized for SEO. You can't make it any better. If somebody tells you can make it better, they're just lying to you. It has some affiliate links. So when people come in here, when they click on your affiliate links, if they are convinced of your grill, they will click it, they will go there. Just make sure that you integrate more videos on how to use the grill, more images about the grill, so that you convince people to buy, not only just showing them a review of it. And so here, if I click on this grill, this is the post. And if I scroll down, you can see there's this little Shazam thing that kind of shows that this is a trending post. And if I scroll down, you can see how the post looks like. There are some related posts in there. That's how it looks like with some ads inside. Everything is set. And except for the video, I don't see the video, right? I just see an image, but it looks pretty cool, right? So right now, let's go ahead and let me click on the home page. And let me go and give you a quick tour before we wrap up with this course. So these blogs over here, you can modify them anytime you want. So you can come to this blog, you can click edit post, and similar to how we edited this post, you can edit this post. You can change the content entirely, make it about steaks, make it about pizza. You can make it about whatever you want. And just like I shown you, you can use Chatgpt with rank math, and you can improve that post for SEO, and you can do whatever you want. So here, I'm just going to show you a quick tutorial on Elementor and how you can use it to edit pages. But before that, I'm going to click on edit page. Right now we are on the home page. I'm going to edit page, and I want to enable page loop. That's the last thing we're going to do here, is to enable page loop. And what page loop does is it will play the page on a loop, on a consistent loop, to make it larger than it is. Because we want to give people the impression that this is such a large blog. So here I'm on page view, and I can see the page loop is already enabled. So that's pretty good. I'm just going to click on update, and let me go back over here, close this window, go back. And I want you to go to the dashboard, or not the dashboard actually. I want you to go to the home page by clicking on the logo here. And let's edit the home page with Elementor, or at least let me just show you how you can edit this with Elementor. So click edit with Elementor, and this will be the last part of the course. All right, so here we are on Elementor, and actually to explain Elementor to you, there are two versions. There is the basic free version of Elementor, and there is the pro version of Elementor. Now these are the basic elements of Elementor that you get for free, these ones, and you also get these ones as well, general, which are also for free. Like, for example, image box, icon box, star rating, counter. And the pro elements are these. You get them for a price, so you need to pay for the pro version of Elementor to get those, which will actually enable you to make your website better. If you're interested to get Elementor, you can get it through my link down below, and you can go to the website and get it. It's a basically, you have 3 plans, and I highly recommend you to go and explore all of them. But anyways, here, let's come back. Let's say, for example, that you want to add an image on this particular column. You can add it. So you can take an image, drag and drop it, and you can click on that image and basically just change it. Now, I'm going to create an Elementor tutorial. I'm going to make it a very long tutorial, so don't worry about that. But since we don't really need to be experts at Elementor with this particular theme to build a website, so there's no need for you to really go ahead and learn everything you need to know. The only thing I want you to know here is that you can use the Jnews modules directly from Elementor just by searching Jnews. And you can see just how many modules you have access to. You have access to a lot of modules. You can take them, you can drag and drop them. For instance, here, you can drag a widget. I can take this, for example, and put it here, and you'll see that this will change the way the website looks like. Boom. Right, in a couple of seconds here, let this stuff not disappoint me. And you can see that this kind of particularly changed how this looks like. You can keep adding as many widgets as you want. I'm just going to delete this section. And over here, what I want to do is I want to scroll down. And here, I don't see the ads exactly, but let me go and let me add, just like this website over here, we want to add a section about the chef. How do you really do that? How do you add a section about the chef? And most importantly, how do you add a subscribe to an email list over here? So let me show you how to do that. Now over here, let's scroll. First of all, let's click on update. And I want you to click the sandwich button from here. Just wait for it to update first. And then let's exit to the dashboard, click apply, go out. Let me show you how you can add the image and the bio of the chef, right? So we'll go back to the dashboard, click here again to go back to the dashboard. All right, so there we go. I want you to go to appearance, click on widgets. Right. So over here on widgets, you can see about widget on home, click, expand it. Not this one, expand this one, the about widget, click on general. And over here, we have an image. We don't really need it, so just remove it, scroll down. And here you can see the name of the chef. Now here they gave him a name of Marshall Rose. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in Chef Steak Man. And over here, instead of food blogger, I'm going to say steak artist. And right here, you can come and say, hey, hello, welcome to my blog. My name is Jonathan, and I'm 65, or it's not 65, just 54 years old, or year old independent pitmaster with a passion for sharing about, not fashion and style, sharing about rare cuts of beef. And there you go. You can add a signature image. I'm not going to add that signature image here. I prefer to do something else, but let me scroll down first and click Save Settings. And I want to come in here. I want to add an image as a widget. So I'm going to take this down and go here. Take an image, drag and drop it over here. And right here, I'm going to add an image. I already have an image in my computer. But let me see if we have the image here. Right, let me just scroll down. I'm going to go and upload an image from my computer that I've downloaded from Canva about this chef. Now I made the background red. You can make the background whatever you like. Here we have, let me scroll up. I believe it is this one. Let me try with it. Right. No, it's not that one actually. So let's just go back to Canva here and let me show you how you can design an image. Now I prefer the image for this case to be 512 by 512. So let me go to open up a new tab, 512 by 512, and let's look for a chef. Now if you have the image, if you have your own image, or if you want to use the image of a chef, then you need that person's image, which means that they need to send it to you. And you can take it to Canva, remove the background off of it, and start to edit the background of it, add some colors, add some stuff to make it interesting. So here I'm going to click the background. I'm going to make it red. And I'm going to go to Elements, and I'm going to search for chef steak. Let's see if we can find some chef grilling a steak. Now let's click on photos here. We have some chefs, but they're not showing their faces. So let me just take the steak out and let's just keep the chef. I think this one looks cool. I'm going to click it, but I'm going to need to remove the background. So I'm going to click background remover. Right. So right now this will be transparent. I can add some contrast to it. So I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to add a little bit of contrast to it to make it look a little bit better. Let's just wait for a second over here. Now this is a Canva Pro feature, but you can use Remove BG. Now over here, if I go to contrast, add a little bit of contrast, and I can set this as a background image, or let me just make it bigger, right? Replace background. I'm gonna click on the chef, lower him down. That's it. I think it's pretty cool now. So let me just download this image. Download, and let me go back over here. Click on upload files, select files, and let's select our image. There you go. I can click it from here, and the image will be added. So right now we've taken care of adding the section about the chef. The only thing that is left is to add the sign up form, and we'll check the contact page. We'll check how the contact page looks like, and that will be it. Let me first wait for a second here. Add to widget. No, not this one. Replace. Come on. This is not the image I wanted to add. Let me go back here. It was downloaded. All right, so let me just come in here. Wait. Click. That's the one. And let's wait. There you go. Click add to widget. That's it. All right. I'm gonna click save. And so if I go here to home and refresh home right now, we'll be able to see that there is a section about the chef. My compliments to the chef. So I'm gonna go here and click on preview in a new tab. Just close this one down. Quit. Generating a preview. Right, so there's not really much left. All right, so let me just scroll down a bit, and you can see Chef Steakman 54, even though he looks 24, but I think we could have done a better job there. But anyways, now this hello world, I don't like it. I'm gonna go back here, go to posts, remove that post. Even though I'm pretty sure I removed it, I don't know what it does there, what it's still doing there, but let me just remove it, trash it, because it just makes it look worse. And here you can see the SEO score. You can see that for this post, we have an SEO score. The other ones, not so much, which means that you need to make sure that you always optimize your posts for SEO. All right, so right now I think we're hitting the end. Let's go to appearance, click on widgets, and let's take care of integrating Mailchimp with our website. So let's go to widgets. All right, so let's go ahead right now and add the Mailchimp sign up form. I want you to go to appearance widget. But first of all here, this one, we want to remove it, right? Because we want to add another one from scratch. And second thing is, I want you to go to Google and I want you to search for or log into your Mailchimp account. So I'm going to go and log into my Mailchimp account. Now, if you don't have an account, well, you can just go ahead and create one. Click. And then over here, I'm going to log in, not sign up. So log into your Mailchimp account, and let me show you how you can go and get the API key to connect your Mailchimp to your WordPress website. So here, let me go and show you how to do that. It's very easy, actually. So here we are on the Mailchimp dashboard. I'm going to click here on passive income at the bottom here and click on profile. Then what I want you to do is to very simply go to search for the API by clicking extras, API keys, and then scroll down. You can see that we have some API keys over there. I'm going to revoke this one and revoke it again. And then what I want to do, I want to create a new API key, right? And we're going to create that API key very easily just by clicking create a new API key. You can give it a number or a name. And there we go. Copy the API key, come back. Then here we have this Mailchimp plugin that came pre-installed with the demo website, so you don't have to install it. It came pre-installed. hover down, click here, and let's integrate this Mailchimp plugin with the Mailchimp website. So here, let's insert the API key, save changes, and so right now, the status will change from not connected to connected. So we will be connected to our Mailchimp account very easily. So you can see it's connected, and I want you to scroll down, click on Forms, and let's create a form, just like this one over here, and we'll add it on the sidebar. So very easy process. Now over here, give your form a title. I'm going to give it the title of subscribe. Just subscribe and click add new form. And here select to which lists you should people subscribe for. Now this is the Mailchimp list, and I've named my Mailchimp list on Mailchimp as Passive Income Gen Z. That's why you can see it there. And right here you can see the form preview and the form code. If you don't like this code, you can come to Chatgpt. You can ask it to write down a code for a form, but I'm satisfied with this. I'm going to click Save Changes, and then I'm going to go to Widgets. But first of all, let me just wait for this to refresh to make sure that it's saved. And then I'm going to go to Appearance, click on Widgets, and let me go and drag and drop the Mailchimp widget on the right sidebar, and that's going to make it accessible. So here I'll scroll down, down. Mailchimp, yeah, like drag and drop this Mailchimp by the neck. Take it, just take it, scroll up. I lost it actually. Just scroll up, and take this and put it right where you want it to be. So I want it to be above the image this time, and that's it. So right now I can refresh my home page, and right at the top or after the search bar, we will be able to see our subscribe. Now you can add it below, you can add it at the top, you can add it wherever you want. I think it would be better if we add it at the very end. So I'm going to take it and add it at the very end. Now here, Instagram widget, I'm going to delete this Instagram widget. We don't need it. It's just making this look bad. And let us right now refresh. And so this will make our website look awesome. So right now, let me go and check on the contact page to make sure that it works. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to show you how you can add your own contact page. So click on the contact page. There you go. That's it. And I think this is a pretty good contact page, except for it still has this. So I can edit this page. Now we can't edit this with Elementor because this is not a page. This is just a link. Okay, so I have a way around this. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. And then I'm going to go to Pages, All Pages. I'm going to go ahead over here. I'm going to trash this contact page and create a new one from scratch. And we're going to be using Elementor to import a ready-to-go contact page without needing to build one from scratch. As for the privacy policy, you can actually go ahead and use Chatgpt to write down the content for it. And I'm going to show you that later. But let me first of all go and take care of the contact page. So I'm going to click on Add New over here to add a new page. This is a very easy process. And I'm going to name it Contact. Okay. Publish. And let's click Edit with Elementor right after it finishes publishing. It's very easy. Just follow up with me. And let me show you the power of not Mailchimp, but the power of Elementor. Let me click on Edit with Elementor. It's actually loading right now, so we'll be accessing Elementor soon. So here we are on Elementor, and I want you to click this template, click Add a Template, go to Pages, and let's search for a contact page. Now here, unfortunately, we can't use these ones with the pro tag on them, but we can use the ones with the free tag. Now I see this one here. It's an About Us or Contact Us page of a restaurant. So I'm going to click it because it fits our restaurant. Here, let's see how it looks. It should have a contact form, but it doesn't, so I'm not going to insert it. Back to library. Let me just see some other ones over here. Just see if we find something. Or at least let me just search for it. Let me click Contact. Let's search for a contact page. I think this one is good, except for we would need to change this image to something like a grill or a steak. So, no, this one is pro, right? So, my bad. So here, let me go and search for contact. Scroll down. We have this one, this one. All of these ones are pro. So let me just use this one here. Now let me click on insert, and it is getting inserted right now. Here they're asking me to connect to my account, and I'm going to click apply here. All right, so the contact us page was applied. I think this one is a little bit big. I'm going to go to style here, change this typography from 65 to maybe 50 to make it look a little smaller. Now you can see that the fonts are already what we want them to be. Here the images are not quite so well. We have a map, which is good, but we don't have a contact form. So I'm going to remove this image over here. Or instead of this, I'm going to add my logo. I'm going to click, go to media library and add my logo there. Where's my logo? I'm going to add this one, insert. And let me go over here. Now here you can add your links if you want. You can add your Facebook link. You can add your Twitter link. And here you can even change your phone number, your address, your email. Now over here I'm going to go and add some images. This one here, I think I'm just going to remove it. And I'm going to add an image over here of a steak. Or of the chef instead of this one. And here, let me click, go here to image. And let's add an image of a steak grilling. Insert. That's it. But I'm going to go over here and add a block, a contact block over here. So I'm going to go and click contact or short code. Let me take a short code, drag and drop it over here. Update. I'm going to go and preview this in a new tab to open up the dashboard because I want to access the plugin WP Forms 7. I hope that it's still installed. If not, I'm going to have to install it again. So I'm going to click on dashboard here. There you go. So let me go to plugins. I don't think that WP Forms is installed, right? So I'm going to go to plugins. I'm going to add new, and let's add this plugin that will help us create the form for our website. So let me search for form. There's Contact Form 7 and WP Forms, two equally good plugins, but I would like to go with Contact Form 7, right? I'm going to go with this one, even though it has lower reviews, but I like it better. And in other words, they're not so different, right? They're not. So it's not like. So I'm going to click on Contact Forms settings over here and let me create a new form. Well, I already have a form here, so I don't think we have to go and create one. But if you want to create a new form, we click here on Add New, and you can create one. So here I'm going to copy this short code. And I'm going to come back to Elementor, and I'm going to paste my short code over here. And boom, there you go. We have a contact form. That's it. So we have created a contact us page very easily with Elementor without needing to have any skills at all. So here I think this is pretty good. Like I said, you can monitor these. And so right now let's update and let me go back and take you to the privacy policy page. But first off, we need to do something. I'm going to go to Appearance, Menus, because we need to add the contact page to the menu. Right, so I'm going to go here to View All, click on Contact, Add to Menu. I'm going to add it to the main menu, and it will be over here. This one is invalid because we have deleted it, so I'm going to remove it. And this one is the good contact page. So if I click Save Menu right now, our home menu is looking good. The last thing is the privacy policy. Before that, I will thank you. And please tell me what kind of tutorials you would like me to create next. I'd be happy to create tutorials for you. And thank you very much for following up until now. So let me go here to Pages, All Pages. I want to click on the privacy policy page, and let me show you how you can create privacy policy content for your page using Chatgpt. So here, if I click on edit, let me see first if there is any content in there. If there is none, we can add simply by asking Chatgpt. I can see that we have some content in here, which is pretty good. But if you don't have any you can come to Chatgpt and you can ask it, I want you to create a privacy policy page content for my food blog. And it will just write it down. You can see it's writing it down. Once it finishes, you can take it, you can copy it, you can come back here, you can delete this, and you can add it. But in this case, I don't need to do that. So right now, let's go ahead and have a final look on our website before wrapping up. And I will ask you to subscribe, and you will receive more in the future, for sure. So over here, this is how the website looks like. It looks pretty good. This is the contact page. Let me click on the home page. You can see that the home page displays pretty well. Ads all over the place. The contact form is there. Everything is good. And the most important part is the blog itself. And it's really awesome. If I scroll down here, scroll down, down, you can see how interesting this is. If people click, for example, on this ad, they'll be taken to Bluehost. If they purchase the hosting, I make an affiliate commission. Now, of course, if they purchase the hosting during the cookie period, which is 30 days, so if they purchase during that 30 days, that sale will be assigned to me. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for following up until now, and thank you. See you later. Bye.